Up bots, man. This ain't it.
Wait,
This is not the life.
you still not back in the US?
I was never in the U.S.
What? I
I've
thought you
always been
lived in
in
the.
Germany. No,
I
I've
didn't know
always
that.
been in Germany.
I didn't know that. So what time would it be during like footside drops?
4 p.m. It's pretty chill.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I just go about my day, and then 4 p.m. I just hop on the computer, run bots, hit clips, and then start.
All right, we'll go ahead and start this. Thank you for everybody coming to this podcast. This is my first time doing something this big with this many people. I try to grab, a handful of people from different sources. Big cookers, cook owners, TikTok resellers, Instagram sellers, local sellers. Have a variety of people. So, how about we begin with everybody introducing themselves. You can go ahead, Cooklo.
Me? All right. Well, I'm Cooklo. Pretty much Cooklo FNF. I own that shit. Heavily affiliated with Taro, Proxies, Taro Hub, all that Taro shit. Um, Everything else, I just kind of just post shit on Twitter. A lot of people just follow me on Twitter for my success posts. For some reason, I don't think they like me like that. It's my success post, bro.
All right, Sean.
All right, what's up, guys? Sean, I guess my handle or whatever is Deadly. I don't really sell accounts no more, but that's kind of what kind of put me out there for everybody. But right now I'm just doing mostly like staff stuff. I do like all the Walmart stuff for Kage, and I do like GPU and Amazon stuff for Notify and KJ Notify, and another group called Menace. So I just do like a bunch of admin shit, I guess.
All right, RS Kid.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Keith. I'm 22. I've been reselling since fall 2019. I really don't know much to say. I'm a foot type botter. That's pretty much what I do, and I'm part of like that TikTok source. So that's pretty much it.
You're also single too, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sushi.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about myself, honestly. I'm Shusi. I'm Vietnamese. I'm born Vietnamese. I'm in Germany right now, just running slots in the US. I started 4 years ago, actually. I tried to buy in the EU, but turns out there was like no stock in the EU, so I just gave up halfway through. And now I'm back again running US sites. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, I'm affiliated with Jap Boys. I mean, I don't work for them. But I wouldn't be here without them, I guess. So yeah.
How about you, the bathing ape?
Jillian. I just recently start botting. Back then I only do in stores. I affiliate with DCM Solutions and Casual Friends and Family. Casual is just like a community that people could refer to it as a cook group, but I think of it as a community. And for DCM Solutions, me and my friends just work on it to like provide like affordable tools, resource for botters to help with their botting careers, because it's, I know we know how expensive it is because we're all still students. I'm only like 24, so yeah.
I think the first time I ever saw you, I think I seen a picture of you in Band LA. I think, was it you, the one that was squatting in Yeezys?
Was it? I don't think I posted in LA, but don't mention it.
Yeah, I
That
remember.
was so long ago.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in Band LA a couple of years ago. I was like, so when you popped up on Twitter, I was like, hey, I think I wasn't sure if it was the same person or not.
Yeah, please don't mention it.
Don't mention. All right. We also have. You want to go by Frankie, or you want to go by the book buyer at retail?
Frankie's fine, I guess. So, hey, what's up, guys? My name is Frank. I'm actually, I would say, I guess, an old head, 38 years old. I've actually been reselling for pretty much forever. I've been into shoes forever. Started doing the local thing. Was really hitting clips in stores, and then obviously with COVID or the pandemic and all that, pretty much had to adjust and lean more towards botting. So that's one of the things I've recently been getting into, and I guess the most recent, biggest success would be Union. We had raffle bots that hit that pretty hard, so I was able to buy pairs, sell checkouts and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I do run a Facebook group. It's called Flourish. So I'll definitely put a link out there if you guys want to click on it. Fine. If not, it is what it is. No hard feelings. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Yeah, Frankie's been in for a while. I known Frankie for a long time, and dude, he's a serious chef in the Chicago area. This dude hits like the most randomest stuff with NSB. Like, this is the only guy I would know has like success with NSB. So yes.
The little general bots, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely, I only show that success just because everyone always shits on it and they think it's like garbage. And I honestly hit. I mean, you could easily do 400 or 500 checkouts a month easily with it, if you're doing the right thing. So I definitely run it all the time.
Yeah, don't sleep on Frankie.
Exactly, and always run all your bots, not just one.
Yeah.
All of them.
Fred.
Yes, hi. I'm Fred. I'm basically a slot runner for the anyone in the US really, or just US people, because EU botting's trash. Most of the people know me from when Finish Line used to be a cook, and you could hit 500 pairs. And yeah, that's about it. I'm affiliated with Notify ACO at the moment.
All
So yeah,
right.
that's about it.
All right, we got Brandon. You here?
Hey, how you doing? I'm Brendan. I'm one of the founders of Oculus Proxies. I started reselling way back in, I'd say, 2016. I originally actually started in getting into reselling when I worked at Target. It's funny because we had a lot of resellers who would come in and buy out a lot of the stuff, electronics and stuff. I started to learn the patterns and stuff they were doing, and funny enough, I ended up getting fired from Target for reselling, and that kind of got me fully into the game of pretty much any miscellaneous reselling. So video games, consoles, all that stuff. That's where I really started, and then I got into shoes from there.
Yep. Oculus Proxy, guys. Don't sleep on it. Brendan's probably one of the chillest persons.
Use code Oculus, save 30%. I'll save the rest of the sell up for later.
All right, that's everybody. Jake was supposed to join us, but I think he's still sleeping. Sleeping.
Just jumped in the server.
Oh, he just jumped in the server. Oh, Jake's here. Let's see if he comes on.
You just woke up.
Oh, all right, guys.
There he is.
The one and only Jake has arrived.
Perfect timing, huh?
Would you like to introduce yourself, Jake?
I'm Jake, sneaker reseller. I own AYCD, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, cool. Jake's here. All right, we go ahead and begin this, podcast. I have a couple questions that I would like to ask everybody. You don't have to answer it. You can give your thoughts. If you don't want to answer, it's fine, but it is what it is. So don't feel pressured to answer these questions. So I know a lot of people are like beginning sneaker botting and the industry and whatnot, and I always see most of these questions are asked commonly between like multiple groups and stuff. So I think it's best to ask a variety of people who actually are pretty successful in the sneaker reselling industry, botting, people who just started, or mid-tier or high tier. So let's start off with foot site botting. What are some of your thoughts about it? What are your go-to foot site bots? What are your, what do you think of foot site botting at the moment? Anybody can talk. You guys that doesn't have to be in order.
I'd
Me,
say
right-
things have. Go ahead, Jake.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'd say things have really came a long way, and things are getting even more difficult each day. Starting with Data Dome, I mean, it was easy in the beginning. it actually became easier to bot when Datatome came around. But once they started to rate limit IEPs and pretty much wiping out, I'd say even with Oculus, we were hit pretty hard once or twice. And we're beginning to try to push more on the residential side. And even now with Qt, it's really limited a lot of bots. And at least from what I've seen that was working, I mean, Cyber was working in the beginning and Cyber seemed to fall off. And now someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I see Noble and I see Knight as some of the leading bots right now. They're the only ones that can handle Qt well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think in the past like 6 months, we've seen foot sites change so much. Even like, yeah, it used to be on Akamai and like it was way different when they switched to Datadome, but in the past like 6 months, we've seen like them switch to Qt, and that seems to be like the new thing. And they have 2 types of CAPTCHA now, and it's a lot of like bypass heavy. Like that's like the main thing that you need in order to perform really well on foot sites. And especially like 3 months ago, it was almost like you were playing roulette when you picked which bot you were going to run because you didn't know which bot had this bypass and which bot was going to turn it on for this drop. But I think in the last month, it's kind of stabilized a little more. Noble is one of the newer bots, and it's definitely dominating right now on foot sites. And I think there's a couple other bots that are starting to show like how good they are, such as like Ominous, which just added foot sites, and Linear. And yeah, I am starting to enjoy foot sites a lot more. I hated it early in the year, but now I'm kind of like starting to like it again.
Yeah, like I guess for me, my experience is a little different from Jake's. Like I do like it and stuff, but it's like I feel like most ISPs don't even work anymore. So like it's been a struggle trying to find ISPs that actually work without getting rate limited or banned or whatever. But and then I'm using a lot of Resi data, and like I'll hit like 7 or 10 pairs, but I'm burning like hella data, and I'm just kind of like I'm at a point where I'm like, am I like I'm making like a little bit, but it's kind of like, is it worth it, kind of.
Yeah, especially with how gift cards were pretty much dominantly being used probably for a full month or two. I know that they pretty much no one was seeing any PV with that, and now it's pretty much just 100% PV again like before. So it's pretty much the only thing that I'd say you could see success with is probably just running slots primarily.
Yeah, the same for PayPal checkout too. That shit's good too.
You know what? Gift cards still kind of work, but it's just not 100% like it was before. Like I
Is
checked
it
out.
random though?
I hit like yesterday. What is it? Yesterday had the dunks. I hit some with the gift card and they stuck.
From what I learned is like if the shoes are bricks, they're not gonna PV it, especially like grade school and stuff. But like when it comes to
I've seen that a
adults,
lot.
yeah, when it comes to adults and like other like high profitable shoes like gift card, PayPal, that shit would PV like instantly. Like I forgot what shoe I was running. Oh,
Yeah.
Jake ran me one day because I was gone. He hit my like buyer like all these like threes, grade school because I thought they were gonna PV. They did not PV. Even if
Oops.
No, they're definitely letting
Yeah, it's
grade
random.
school ride.
Like the Oreo 4s, they PB'd like a mother. Like
not
Yeah.
grade school though.
Yeah.
Grade school.
not, yeah, not
GS
grade
stuck.
Grade
school.
school was wide
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, I hit a lot of
It's really
GS.
strange. I would see earlier this year the band mids, the shadow mids, they never PV those at all. I hit about 200 in one morning on one card. They didn't cancel a single
Yeah.
pair.
Damn.
Yeah, man. If this was this
That's
a
insane.
year or two ago, different story. But yeah,
Oh boy.
I know.
I mean, doesn't mids stuck easier than like general release shoes?
Yeah, but I don't
They
think.
did in the past, but not anymore.
Yeah, and they charge shipping now, I believe, on everything. Before with the mids, you could make a lot of money, especially no tax states.
Mhm.
Yeah, that shit died.
You guys have any other thoughts on foot site botting or your go-to? Because I notice a lot of people are like, aiming for Noble or trying to get Noble monthlies. Same with Knight too.
Yeah, I've been using Kylan and like that's been doing the most consistently best for me, and Kodai's been doing pretty well. I just got a copy of Noble, so I'm pretty excited to fire that up. But
For Qt, I think Noble is the top one, but when Qt is down, Stormy, they're in beta, but they're doing pretty well when there's no Qt. But they haven't updated their Qt, so I don't know if they're gonna do well once they release the Qt support.
I pretty much agree with you guys.
It's okay. I think Wattbot does alright on Qt.
Yeah, honestly, next time, I'm gonna be running like definitely Noble, Knight, and then Wattbot as well, because I just saw a huge success post. I haven't been using Wattbot because I just have Knight, Noble, and all these top tier Footside bots, like with Datadome and stuff. But with the new recent Qt changes, I'd have to probably revisit my Wattbot as well, because they've been doing well with Qt. They always have.
Hey,
It happens since I got Noble. I only run Noble most of the drop for foot sides.
Same here. I don't even
Yeah,
bother
that-
with any other dots.
That's kind of my problem too. It's just like, oh, my Noble's already set up. I just gotta add a monitor. I don't even need to wake up. Like, it's just so easy.
My Nova expires today, so
Yeah,
Oh
me too.
no.
so yeah, I don't get to use Nova.
Wait,
anymore.
are they allowing
No.
to extend the
They
monthly?
extended it. They
Oh yeah,
extended
they
it
added a
already.
week. Yeah, they
Yeah.
added a week to everyone or something.
Let me double check. If they did
Yeah,
that,
until August 8th, I think.
Yeah.
okay, August 8th. Okay, I got 6 more days, so cool.
This guy's gotta check out 5K real quick.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I get up there.
I'm sure you'll manage to grab another.
Yeah, it's getting pretty hard now for a renewal. I was in beta and I got lucky enough to get a renewal, but now ever since they added
Yeah.
monthly keys, big chefs are fighting for that spot now.
Yeah.
Speaking of betas, what are you guys' thoughts with like all these, foot site beta bots like coming out of nowhere? Like I keep seeing like a new one every, 2 or 3 days on Twitter and posted in like multiple groups. Like, where do you guys?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are like the same. Like it's like the half CLI, half GUI, and like they all look the damn same.
Which
I
ones, for
think
example?
ever since Datadome, there's a new beta bot every couple days.
So for the one that came out that it's actually doing pretty well is like Deadlocker. Then
Oh, Deadlocker.
then we
They've
have
been around for a while though.
Oh.
Like probably like the last 8 months.
Then-
They just haven't had like.
Yeah, they never really got off the ground, I guess.
Then they got like Turbo Souls,
What the fuck is that?
Iris, that one.
Yeah, I never heard of any of those.
Yeah, I've never heard of
that
those.
that beta bot that like
Yeah.
Sneaker Mommy Group's promoting starts with a V. I don't know what it's called.
Vite?
Yeah,
Vite? Oh.
they were just
Yeah.
I'm seeing like a lot of V bots, like White, V, Vibrus, Venetia, all the Vs. Like I don't know what's the meta with the Vs, but there's a lot of beta
Well-
bots with Vs.
That's true. Viber's been around though, right?
I don't. Oh, Vibrus. Yeah, they've been around for a while. I think they just did a rewrite. But yeah, I haven't ran it.
Oh yeah, Lyra too is pretty new too, right?
Yeah, Lyra's been doing well.
Oh, it's Lyra.
there.
For me, the new beta bots, it's like until I see like at least like 10, 20, like 30 people like hitting pretty well with it, I just kind of don't really pay attention to it. Like even like for me, like I cook pretty hard, but even if I'm the only one hitting, or like Tiana's the only one hitting, or only you, Jquatch, like it's still difficult to like judge like how good that bot is. I like to see like when like just a normal user is running and if they can hit like a decent amount of pairs.
like Noble, like Noble.
Yeah. Yeah, like
But-
Noble's a prime example of that. Like pretty much everyone with Noble, as long as your proxies are working and you have profiles, you're gonna hit. So
I know Cooklo, you're pretty big on it. What happened to Sigma?
Sigma, well, for me, I just haven't been using it just because of Noble and like Ominous. I've been using them heavy. And then I think Sigma is just, I don't know. I just haven't been talking to their dev as well recently. So I don't know what they're up to, but they would drop their update when, like, before the release. And that's pretty much what I've seen recently. I'm not sure what's happening like in their life or anything. They haven't been that active in the chat either.
Because I know Sigma was pretty dominant like a couple months ago, and they were taking
Yeah.
over. They were taking over Qit, and like they were like on Twitter everywhere, and like I don't see a single thing like about Sigma anymore.
They push like small updates, but there hasn't been anything big as of late.
I think Sigma was the first to give cards too, right?
No, it was
Nah.
Nah,
Kylan.
Kylan,
right?
yeah.
Island.
I think Sigma was the
Actually-
the restock mode.
Technically, I think it was Dragon.
Wasn't it
They
Ganache?
added
really.
gift cards pretty early. Oh, actually, no,
That was
no.
for Nike
Dragon,
though.
No,
Dragon
Well,
added
Ganesh was
before
PayPal.
Ganesh.
Ganesh was PayPal.
I don't remember what it was. I remember talking to you, Jake, about it like 2 years ago about it, or one or two.
Yeah,
And I tried to get you to push, certain devs to push it, but I forgot. I'm pretty sure it was either Kylan or Dragon was the first one to do gift cards.
I'm pretty sure it was Dragon because I told Dragon to add it, and they did pretty quick. And back then, Dragon's foot sites
watch
was
out,
pretty insane.
Cool. You guys have any more final say on foot site botting?
I mean, it's a
Yeah,
bit
no,
shit.
well-
I just hope there's no more beta bots that's gonna pop up and I have to buy.
I thought you were gonna say there's.
fucking
I thought you were gonna say there's no more PVs.
That would be nice.
Or PayPal stops working.
Yeah.
One or the other.
I mean,
PayPal's just tough because there's like you can't really run ACO on it, and like it's hard to do in scale, like because it
True.
logs you out after you log into a different IP and all that. I guess guest checkout was insane, but
I mean, if you're running, let's say, 200 people, like, card's fine, because it's not really going to PV 1 or 2 pairs. But if you're running,
Yeah.
like, 1 person, 300 pairs, put, like, the webhook in the server, they can easily check all of them out, or at least 75% of the pairs out with PayPal.
Yeah, we'll see. What are you guys' like? Majority of you guys are Noble on the Noble train right now for foot site botting, huh?
Yeah,
I-
think we've got
I
one yesterday.
definitely am.
Noble Knight.
Noble
That's
Knight.
it's a good combo.
I was on the Kylan train, but I'm luckily on the Noble train now. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I stopped
I
using.
never got any luck for Kylan.
Man,
never
I
got any luck on
like Kylan. I like Kylan actually.
Yeah, I'm still a big Kylan fan. Like, Kylan hasn't done me wrong. So
is it hitting Qit right now?
Yeah, I actually hit the last dunk drop. What was it, like yesterday?
Yeah.
I hit Q. I didn't hit a lot. I hit like 2 or 3, and I fucking used like 6,000 tasks. That's what I mean by like, it's like, is that shit even worth it after like I get 3 pairs and I use all that data?
Yeah. I don't know. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So that's foot site botting for you guys. Everybody's go-to bot is Knight in Noble. So if you guys are able to get your hands on a monthly, or renewal, you guys should definitely try your best to get one. The next topic I'm gonna move to is Shopify botting. I know not a lot of people do Shopify botting, because one of 2 reasons, like you can't secure bulk, but the people that do it, either aim for personal or they just for whatever. What are you guys' thoughts on Shopify botting at the moment, and what are you guys' like go-to bots?
I don't do Shopify, so I would love to hear this.
Yeah, I don't do Shopify either.
Man, I only do
I
like
think it's
I
random
don't do
stuff.
Shopify either.
Yeah, I do like
No.
EE and like random stuff. I'm not doing like Kith every drop and like DSM and stuff like that because I feel like it's kind of a waste of time. Like Kith, I'll do like Jordan 1s and stuff like that, and I'll run like 2-3 tasks off my local host and I'll get like 1. But like I use like Valco or some shit usually, but that's kind of about it. I don't really spend too much time on it.
I think it's at a good state. The only thing that I can complain about is the age capture, especially when they added the box.
Yeah, that
setting.
shit
That
sucks.
shit
the
doesn't
box
work.
is
Yeah.
stupid.
The capture won't even load for you, and it's pretty
Yeah, it
annoying.
doesn't work.
Well, no, like
Yeah.
half of the times you gotta circle it like 50 times.
Yeah,
I was told
really
that
annoying.
Soul had AI for that. I don't know how well that works.
I think it works pretty well. I think because the times I ran it on EE, they sold pretty quickly. But last drop, I had my proxies. They were like throttled, and they were so slow. But that's just the thing about Shopify though. Just so hard to hit when you want to hit. But if you really want to hit and you really want to learn Shopify, I don't think it's that hard. You just need to refine your setup. I'm pretty sure most people can say that for most things, I guess, like for easy supply, foot sites, etc.
And you just gotta hit that site a couple times, and you kind of get a feel for it each time.
For me, I think Shopify is the best site for like a normal botter to run. Like for people running scale, obviously it sucks, but like it is the best site where you don't have to invest a ton on proxies. Like you have to get the bot, obviously, but there's drops super frequently. There's multiple in a day when something drops, and it's just something that like I think every like entry level botter or like just people who are only going for a couple pairs should always run.
So well said. You got
Because for Shopify, you technically don't need a proxy. You just need a bot, and you can just run local. And
Yeah.
then you can just hit a pair
I
or two,
agree.
and then you can start stacking up, and then buy your bot.
person I want to hear, speak on this topic. Frankie, what do you got to say about this?
Honestly, I like Shopify botting, but I do it with primarily not really sneakers, but art stuff, collectibles, cause stuff like that. And like someone, I'm sorry I didn't catch his name, but whoever was speaking previously mentioned, there's multiple drops a day. That is true, especially if you're not solely focused in one area. Like for instance, just shoes or just Supreme or something. Like if you're willing to try to learn to and dive into other things, I mean, yeah, there's definitely a lot of money to be made. Checkouts are pretty easy for anything that isn't a shoe, so
Yeah, it is,
definitely
yeah.
look into it. Yeah,
Agree.
I've been doing a lot of the non-shoe stuff. It's actually pretty fun. I can like, since I kind of know the mechanics of Shopify, I can usually get checkouts. But like, man, like the shoe stuff is really damn hard.
Yeah, shoes kind of dying low key. Like even dunks are reselling for almost retail.
true.
True. So
And even with like tax and ship on foots, it's almost not even worth it to run.
I mean, the only Shopify site I'll never run is Shoe Palace because it's like $30 ship.
Yeah,
Exactly. It makes no sense. Oh
And that's
my
like the
God.
best one to hit quantity on,
Yep.
which is the worst
Yeah,
part.
It's the easiest one to hit. Exactly.
they drop the most stock. I feel like for like most of the Shopify sites.
So if you did, or if you guys are Shopify botting, what are your recommended Shopify bots?
I think it's Balco or Wrath, right?
Yeah,
I
Wrath
like
for me.
NetAIO.
Okay.
I mean, they always have
I
problems
think it
with their
depends on the
captions.
site, no? Because Wrath
Yeah,
does
well,
really well on Shoe Palace, and then Kith is tied for Wrath and Soul. Soul
Yeah.
is really good on EE or H
Yeah.
Capture because they have auto solve, and it just depends on the site actually. Because I think once Wrath was hitting SNK like Shop Nice Kicks, or Balco was hitting Shop Nice Kicks really hard as well. So it really depends on the site. I don't know what's the difference though.
Do you guys think Cyber fell off in the Shopify game?
It fell off everywhere.
Yeah,
overall.
they definitely.
I love everywhere.
They finally dropped that easy supply thing, though, right? Like 30 years later.
We'll see what
I
happens.
think it's a
I
mid-tier
hope
bot.
that's. I
I
hope
mean,
that's a redemption
5.0
for
is coming out
tomorrow.
in September, so yeah, I think it will come back then.
We'll see.
You know what though? It does do well in EU though. Like it's trash on US.
Yo, that reminds me. I got scammed for one of my cyber lifetimes like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Ooh,
Such a stupid fucking decision too.
sorry to hear. All right, that's Shopify botting for you guys. The next category, I feel like a lot of people, like this category since it's like what most of these people are doing now. That's in this, group called retail botting. What are you guys some thoughts about it? What are your go-to retail bots? What's your thoughts about retail botting at the moment?
Man, I think like thank God for retail because a lot of shoe stuff is a rip right now. Like
Yeah,
I agree, but I think it's getting a lot harder now with the account requirements.
yeah, but I feel like it's not too bad because like the
Retail is our
stuff, they,
savior right
they
now.
they drop a lot of stock for like PlayStations or whatever. So I feel like if as long as you have like a decent buy and somewhat of a decent stuff, you're gonna hit. It's
I love retail. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I think we all love retail, especially like Walmart,
Yeah, it's
Target. I wish Best Buy.
Amazon.
I wish
Amazon is the shit.
I wish Best Buy was ACO and not like manual.
Yes.
Besides
Yeah.
that,
But you know what? They haven't been dropping as much as they did before too. They've been doing like the in store and like random free stuff.
Yeah.
For me, Walmart is like the most satisfying site to hit on sports cards. It's just like because they drop so infrequently, and like it's like when it drops, if you hit a clip, like it just feels so good.
It does, and you hit like 100 click, but the only thing is like you get delayed. They'll hit you with like the product
Yeah,
is getting delayed, and then they'll never ship and stuff. But other than that, it is pretty damn awesome. Fun.
and Target was insane. Like last year,
Yeah.
definitely I slept on it entirely, unfortunately. But the like first like 4 months of this year, oh my god, it was ridiculous. Like you could just go use Lex and hit like fucking like 1,000 cards in like 10 minutes. It was just ridiculous.
Lex, KSR,
Yeah,
those.
KSR is a monster too.
Yeah, I see. What's his name? He's your buddy. Big Boy. He uses KSR and Target a lot. Like before that red card stuff, I think it was a cook, but after the
Yeah,
red
like
card stuff,
I think the barrier to entry is also way lower on retail bots too, because like Stellar, for example, is like one of the top bots on like every retail site, and it's like $200.
Yeah, it's so cheap.
I
And,
agree.
I agree.
and like, yeah, you totally need to like know how to run it. Like, there's a shit ton of users, but like if you have someone who teaches you how to run it correctly, like there's just so many opportunities to make so much money with it.
yeah, it's absolutely best bang for your buck.
Yeah.
You
I
can make
think
your money
there's
back with a PS5.
25,000 users in Stellar.
Jeez.
Even with that
But
many
I've
users,
seen them do the best. I mean, for me at least, I don't have anything too expensive. I have Akari and I have Stellar. Akari does probably the best for me on Amazon. They do
Akari
pretty
is
well on Target too, but Stellar has done best for Best Buy and for Walmart.
Akari's not too bad on Walmart actually. I like their monitoring thing, the server side.
Yeah.
I only
Their Amazon is just insane.
I only got Akari because of Sushi, and he told me, he's like, "Yo, you definitely need to pick this bot up. It's like it's
And
gonna."
tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong though.
No, you're
No,
correct.
you were definitely
You-
not wrong.
Exactly.
I put a lot of people
Exactly.
on it, like Sean. I put him on it, and
Yeah,
dude,
but man, he was running my accounts, and like every day I was getting like 3 GPUs a day, and I was like, all right, I'm copying this shit.
the only reason why I did Amazon because like Sean would like be posting like, "Oh, I'll be hitting all these GPUs on Viper, hitting all these GPUs on Stellar," and like, dude, there was like, I was like, "What are you doing? Like that I'm doing wrong?" Then like Sushi was like, "No, just get the spot, just set it up and go to sleep." And
Yeah, when you hopped on though,
It's
it
so
was like
easy though. It's
the-
so
the-
easy.
when you hopped on though, it was kind of the tail end of like Viper and Stellar and stuff like that, because it's not really hitting like that as it was before. For Amazon at least.
I'd say if you're running Amazon, you have to get their credit card with the 5% back. That shit's been added up so quickly. I think I'm close to $1,000 in cash back in just like 2 months.
damn,
Jeez.
Yeah, especially as GPUs are hella expensive too.
I mean, yeah, in the past month, I mean, I started hitting a lot more in the past like week, and I've probably hit 20 to 25,000 in GPUs, and they don't cancel really. So I mean, if you're hitting like 5 to 10, they'll stick. Anything above that, they start to cancel.
The only thing I don't like about a GPU at Amazon is like they take freaking forever to ship your damn GPU in like a month and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, at least they don't charge until shipping, right?
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't charge you till they ship, but like if you hit too many on an account within that period, they'll clip all your orders though.
You guys think retail botting is gonna get to where Shopify and Put sites are gonna be at, where all these cancelizations, it's just harder to bot in general. Like how Target is, where like certain thing requires red card and certain products don't, and with all like the item quantity limits and stuff.
I
don't
mean,
think
it's
on
slowly
Amazon.
getting there.
Yeah.
It's slowly getting there.
It's
Like about a year and a half ago, Target was stupid easy. Like when like what is it? Swift and stuff was like 400, $500. That shit, the Target and stuff, they didn't really cancel. It was really easy to hit.
Oh yeah,
I
I
think
didn't.
retail botting is getting pretty hard because Walmart is enforcing quantity as well. It's at 4 now, and before it was like 12, and you could get like 50 if you wanted, if you had a bypass or something, and you could get 50, but now it's enforced at 4. It's kind of stupid.
I can't get anything to ship for me on Walmart. I don't know if it's my address or my card, but like I know like people like ABBA and stuff like that, like running Trickle and like Lotus Labs, and do you think having those top tier bots, the little ones more expensive, or like worth it compared to like Stellar and like the other like cheaper ones?
Man, I use Koi for Walmart and Kage, and that shit cooks for me. Like it's only like $300-400 dude for both of them.
Well, worth it. I wouldn't say worth it per se. Like the best bang for your buck is always gonna be Stellar, right? Because they do so well on across all those sites, like Jake said. But Lotus is more like a Lotus or Trickle is more like a upgrade or a splurge. You know, like a buy you would buy because you had money lying around or because you want to show off to someone. You know, like, it's something you do like later on, not in the beginning. Because beginning, Stellar is way better. Like it hits across all sites: Best Buy, Target, Amazon, Walmart. Heya is also a good pickup for Walmart. I think it does pretty well as well.
Has
So-
anyone brought up Lexus?
Yeah, Jake brought up Lex.
Yeah, Jake brought
Lex?
up Lex. Like
Okay.
I bought Lex. I don't know how to use it.
Yeah, you were like letting me use it for a little bit, but then I didn't really use it either.
Low key, I got Lex and I just don't know how to use it. I'm just bad at it.
What-
Like
Is it? Why is it so hard?
for me it
It's
was
not
just
hard.
it was just some of the cookie stuff like for Target, like the cookie generation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Compared
Oh, I see.
compared to like, you know, if you have KSR, you know, you just use extension, or if you have like this, like it's just so KSR is probably one of the most easiest retail bots I ever, you know, touched. Like it's just so simple to use. Like it's not even complicated. And that's one thing I like about it. And that's the same thing with Akari too. Like I use other Amazon bots, but like Akari pretty much does everything for you. You put the counts in, you put your SKUs you want, and it literally logs in the count for you and does everything. When I used Stellar at that time and Viper, like everything, you know, you had to, you know, click stuff, you know, you have to be hands on. I'm kind of lazy, so if a bot does everything for me, you know, that's a plus.
That's why I
mean,
stopped using Stellar, because it takes forever to make tasks on Amazon. You use like Viper, that it takes 2 minutes.
Yeah, at a point I was running like 8 Stellars just to hit like 1 GPU per day. It was stupid. But Akari
man.
is definitely an upgrade. Definitely upgrade. Just like Jay Clark said, it's so easy and it hits like a motherfucker. Sorry,
No, you good.
it hit like a truck as
Yeah.
well. So
Because I was gonna buy Viper, and at that time it was like $5,000, and I was like, man, do I buy or rent it for a month? I was like, I don't
it's
know.
like
How much is Viper right
down
now?
bad. It's down bad right now. It's like 1.5.
Oh, damn.
damn.
I mean, Akari is cooking though.
Yeah, it was like 2 Gs like a week ago. So I was gonna buy it, but I didn't.
I mean, we hit Target, we hit Walmart, we hit Best Buy, we, you know, hit Amazon. Is there any other retail sites that like? Because I know Newegg was one of them, but like I think
Yeah, those low key ones.
like Newegg and I don't know other retail.
Like AMD drops too pretty frequently.
Yeah, what was the site that TKS was cooking? Was it AMD?
I think so. Like AMD, like even Stellar hits AMD.
TKS worked.
Surprisingly, it was really good.
Man,
On
this
one
guy's just
side.
laughing.
No, I have bots like I don't even know if they still work, like Eve and TKS. I know Phantom pushed the Best Buy an update, and I guess it was working really well. The most recent.
I still see carts for it. Like I was seeing it last night. and
I
stuff.
saw Cooker cook some shit with Phantom.
Yeah.
No, man. All right, I think, you know, what are you guys is like, since we're at the end, close to the end of the subject, like what are you guys' go-to for, you know, retail? You know, like for me it was like Akari, you know, and Walmart at that time was Trickle, and Target's KSR. I assume you guys have something else in mind.
Stellar
I'd
hands
say
down.
Akari.
Like
Akari.
I think it depends. Like Akari and Viper for Amazon. Walmart I'd use Koi and Kaye, like Target KSR.
It's very site specific for me. Like for Amazon, it's Akari and then Viper and Ominous, and then for Walmart, it's Lotus Labs, and then Stellar, and then for Target, it's KSR, and then Lex, and then what else? I think that's it. Are there any other big sites?
Like Walmart, I like the bots that make
Yeah.
the accounts for you, like when you start the task.
Yeah, I like bots that
I
just
would
do
agree with
everything for you.
Jake.
Oh,
I think something to look for is Lotus is adding Target, so I'm gonna see if it can take the spot for my KSR right now, because KSR is my top Target bot right now, and if
I
Lotus can do anything like KSR, it's much better.
feel like KSR it does a job perfectly fine for me, so I don't really need to change unless it stops working for me.
Yeah, KSR is great.
I feel like KSR is also easy to get a hold of a while ago because all you had to do was like join GFNF and sign up for the beta and whatnot. But I assume KSR is a little bit harder to get a hold of.
I think so. I think it's pretty expensive too.
No, like
it's like 3K, 4K.
no,
3K, 4K on the market,
Oh.
but 500 a year.
Yeah, it's not bad. You can make your money back on a couple target, PS5 drops or whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people cooked hard as hell for that last Target PS5 reset.
Yeah, I remember. What, you hit like 100 clip, Jake? Like couple, like beginning of the year, correct?
On which drop?
The Target,
PS5?
yeah, the Target PS5.
Said which one?
Which drop?
No, like for personal.
For personal.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, the highest I've hit that stuck was like 140. But I mean, checkouts wise, I looked at my webbook the other day. I have like 20,000 checkouts just on PS5s.
I don't even want to look at mine. All right, cool. That's retail botting for you guys. I know this next subject, a lot of people might be here for, and it will be, very fundamental, like helpful for a lot of people. But bless you if you sneeze.
Bless you.
Yeezy Supply. What are your thoughts on Yeezy Supply? What are the go-to bots for Yeezy Supply? What are you guys gonna use for Yeezy Day?
Yeah, so I feel like right now Yeezy Supply is so uncertain, like proxies and bots and all that. It's like a different one each time.
Ganesh has been consistent for me, other than they had an issue with like auto update that was like messing up their entire adding to cart module, like part on YS, and you had to like reinstall it.
Man, I see people hitting with Ganesh. Like I can't hit that much with Ganesh.
Yeah,
I only get like
Ganesh,
a couple.
Like Ganesh is broken. Like Ganesh is broken.
I don't know. I'm probably doing something wrong or something. I don't know. I see people hitting clips, but I'll only get a couple.
Yeah, I think it's Gmails having
It's
just
all Gmail related though.
a great amount of Gmails.
Yeah, like I keep like a lot of times too. I'll get a webhook, and when I try to check out with a webhook, it's like banned or whatever, and I can't even check out for the 3D.
You think Yeezy botting or just Yeezy Supply in general is one of the harder sites to do because like you need working proxies, you need a bot that works, and you need Gmails compared to foot sites. You just need proxies and bots, and same with Shopify.
I think it's the easiest site to bot. All you really need is just good Gmails and residentials. That's pretty much it.
You don't agree with that.
I feel like
It's becoming
sometimes
one of the
it can
hardest
be.
ones.
I think it was the easiest for a while, and I think they kind of changed some stuff up. So like it's a little more challenging than it was like a year ago or whatever, where it was just like a stupid easy buffet for everybody.
Yeah.
The only thing that
agree with
got in the
that.
way was the 3DS.
I mean, they're cracking down on proxies too, though.
Yeah, well, all the ISPs were clipped. Like two of my subnets
there was a
were
lot of
clipped.
ISP problems.
Yeah,
It seems
I
like
was
Res
farming
is
my
the only one to go
Gmails on
now.
my subnets, and they were all clipped. Like I wasn't even connecting to the site or Google.
That and it's like if the bot is like a bot where it generates a cookie on the spot and not on their server side, like in the proxies, man, you're not gonna. It's just gonna get stuck on like generating cookies and like stuff like that.
I think it's I think nowadays it's easier for non-bulk runners though, because like before ISPs just dominated, and so like if you had a big ass subnet, you were chilling. But like now you can buy like a couple gigs from like 4 different providers, and you're pretty set. And so yeah, I mean 3DS is annoying, but besides
It's not
that,
3DS is not too bad anymore. With like a lot of bots handle it pretty well,
yeah. For ACOs where it gets bad, but
ACO is really bad. Yeah.
I like you just have to have them use a card that doesn't have the text like message stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was dry on Yeezy Supply for like a good 2 months. I wasn't hitting anything.
Yeah, I haven't hit in a while.
Yeah,
the
Yeezy Supply is like my
drop I
weakest
hit.
site.
The last drop I hit was probably Breads. I did really well in Breads with Splash Force, and I've fallen off since then.
Splash Force destroyed that drop.
That's what I ran too. I'm hoping for a revival.
I did good on the slides, like the one that dropped before the Black 450s, but I don't know. It's been
that was a good drop. I think Yeezy Supply got, I wouldn't say ruined, but a lot more difficult when proxies became like a thing you had to actually consider. So I remember on Bread you could run I think I ran 500 ISPs over 7,000 times, and I was just passing key on Splash Force because like they
Yep.
didn't care if you like using the same proxy 10 times, 20 times over.
That and
They
like
just
pretty much any ISP worked before. Now like
Yeah.
it's very specific.
Now it's like one IP per task.
Yeah, I'm actually interested. For me, Yeezy Supply is probably the most the site that brings us the most headache. What's the hardest site, or what's the site that is the most annoying to set up for you guys?
Mm,
I
That's a
say
good question.
I say retail sites are like the most annoying to set up.
You gotta.
Personally.
I don't know if you've tried bots that do multi-monitoring of like SKUs with like Akari. You can just take
so
20
fast.
accounts and press all, and it'll
Yeah.
monitor
Yeah.
all the SKUs, and you're up and running in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I had a Akari back in
Well, I
November.
mean, Amazon's annoying for ACO because you have to log in everyone and so
Ugh.
you know you
You
have
might
to
as
make
well run
sure
yourself then. I mean, if you're in a tax state, I guess that's
I'm
where
a
you're gonna
tax
run into.
state.
Yeah, there
know
you
what
go.
I'm saying?
I think
Cali boy.
I think the only annoying thing for botting, like I dislike, is any bot that requires cookies. Like
Yeah, that's the old way. Like we shouldn't be
that's
needing
like
cookies anymore.
yeah, like
Yeah, and then you got to do yourself. Take time to set up, man. I just want to press select all and go. Like I remember back in the day, what was it, Soul Slayer? That was the easiest bot to set up
Oh man.
because you would just like 20 accounts at random and press start, and then it progressively got harder and then got easier again.
Like for
That's my only complaint with Highland.
Oh, Kylan's Kylan like is not as bad. Like it does it for you, but like sometime like for KSR target, like I'm just not gonna sit there and like generate cookies. Like like that gets kind of annoying. So
True, but I just like because target has shape. It is the most difficult bot protection out there. So I can see why they don't want to do it on their end or can't at that point because it is like what sites other than target that have shape are botted? None.
Yeah.
So
For me, the most annoying thing about setting up is Yeezy Supply and bots that don't have autosolve. Because logging into fucking 500 Gmails is the most annoying thing in the entire world.
I feel
So, yeah.
Or bot that like that does how auto solve, but like it works better. Like for example, like Mech. Like
Mech, yeah.
You know,
Oh,
Dash
yeah.
is like that too. I've
Yeah.
had better luck with Dash local.
Dashy is like 50-50 for me. Sometimes it works better.
You know what the
Discord.
problem though is you don't know until you're running. Like I've had like 5 instances set up, and you check your connection on AYCD, and you see like 1 or 2 is connected.
Yeah, I noticed
Or
that.
you
So I've
swap
resulted
like
to
that.
just everything local, and I've had success since then.
I also hate
that's kind
I also hate bots that don't have mass create task.
Oh yeah,
That's
I don't
true,
even
yeah.
run them.
God.
Yeah, I just like I'm not gonna waste my time, even if it hits.
Like
It's
for
just too much time.
I don't know why. Well, I haven't touched it in a long time. NSB, like I don't think they have like a. They don't think they have a mass create task unless you put it in a group, correct?
Yeah, so it's like the initial setup is, I guess, irritating, but after that, it's fine.
Yeah, but like when you do ACO, like that's not like for NS. Like NSB used to be like one of the more dominant Shopify Yeezy Supply bots, but like
Still is, man. Don't sleep on it.
I only bought NSB because it destroyed Union like a year or two ago.
Same. That was my first spot.
I actually hit a lot of videos with it. I actually like the blue task. If you're
Exactly. That's where the money's at.
Yeah,
the
that
money's
used
in
to
the blue
work very
task,
well.
man.
Yeah,
If you're
I hit a lot of
proper
purple
keywords,
quartz.
it's really good.
Yeah, I don't want to speak about blue task because I think I forgot. I bought some bricks before just because of the keywords. Yeah, and they'll buy bricks or it'll buy from that one EU Shopify store that like never ships.
Yeah, that's why I said the keywords are key. But yeah, if you're able to get good keywords, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But everybody, I feel like, at least cops some bullshit with it. They fuck up.
I copped a lot of Yeezy boots, but I actually made money on them, so it ended up working out. I think I got like 20 pairs from Kith, and they were like the most random Yeezy boots, but I still made money on them like a year later.
Yeah. I hit like those Yeezy 500 high boot things. I lost some money.
Oh my god.
Those things suck.
I'm still holding on to Quantums because of Blue Task.
I just saw those in store the other day.
I know what shoe it was. I had so it was a Jordan 1 Fearless when it came out, but it got the the one that were bricks, the black and brownish color ones. So I had like 30 of those, and like I didn't know what to do with it. Ever since that day, like I never ran Blue Task again. But yeah, I do like the idea how a lot of bots are adding automations, like how Noble does it, and like how,
Prism just added.
yeah, how actually Sigma kind of changed the game for all the foot site botting and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I know for most people, no one wants to sit on the computer all day waiting for like a restock ping to start task. Like
Exactly,
you kind of want to go out throughout your day and like, hey, this bot, you can set up this to do this for you and whatnot.
Yeah, that's why I love Amazon botting. Just like let it run and go do your thing.
I know. Rush was supposed to, Rush 3.0 or whatever. It was supposed to fully automated, never, touch your computer type of deal. But like, I don't.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But yeah,
are they like? Doesn't that he took like a vacation or something, right?
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of automation, and like I said, with NSB, honestly, lately I've been able to hit DSM, like good sites and hit good shoes like Ambush Dunks, pretty much any dunk that releases. And the best thing about it is, like you said, no one wants to have to sit there and wait for a ping. And that's one of the reasons why I just let NSB run 24 hours a day. If you do have good keywords, you're going to pick up those midnight to morning restocks on all the Shopify sites. And I kid you not, I wake up daily with Shopify checkouts from NSB. So that's why I always let it run, man. So, I love it. So
yeah, but then
why did you say this in the Shopify section, bro?
No, but like
He didn't want to flex on us, man.
Yeah, Frankie be killing in the Shopify realm. Like I see his posts and stuff like that on like Facebook, and like I sit there, I'm like, bro, how does he even like hit? Like he show his task, and he has all these success, and I'm like, bro, I don't have time for that. I used to monitor, the foot site restocks and stuff like that, but at that time, like they were restocking at 3-4 a.m. like Pacific Standard Time, and like I don't know, you East Coast guys got it better, like. You guys,
and also not I know I mentioned Shopify, but as well, like I would wake up to Foot Locker checkouts for dunks using NSB. So that's one of the things. Assuming you have the correct monitors in there, it'll monitor pretty much anything. And like I'm telling you, man, just don't sleep on it. Let it run. I know the blue tabs do scare a lot of people, especially if you end up with bricks, which I have as well. That's why I was laughing when you mentioned it. Right now, I'm actually sitting on some freaking Just Don sweaters that had the word dunk in it.
Nice.
So those checked out.
My homie hit
that was the worst.
he hit a bunch of 312 Jordan ones. Oh my, the Jordans, the 312 ones, they're fucking ugly as hell. And then the site he hit off of, they don't even accept returns or anything like that. So he got stuck with them.
Yeah, Blue Task scares me, but you know how to set them up, right, Frankie?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like again, it's trial and error. So as long as you're.
Would you mind pasting your keywords for us?
I got you, bro. It's gonna be pretty long too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's copy and paste anyway, so I don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got you.
Cool. Well, that's Yeezy Supply. Like, we actually didn't really talk about like what are your Yeezy Supply bots that you guys really go to.
I was gonna ask. I was gonna say what you guys going for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think you kind of got to run everything. Like,
Yeah, I think I'm running everything.
I'm running Dashi, Velox, Toru, what is it, Trickle, I don't know, Ganesh.
It's Lotus, Wrath,
Yeah,
Valor, Ganesh, everything. I mean, like,
yeah, pretty much everything.
literally everything.
I'm gonna
one of each.
I'm gonna try Cyber, see if that does well.
How many servers, Jake?
I'm gonna do like 80 or 100.
Oh my god.
God damn.
I haven't had a drop in a while, so like I'm kind of like itching for like a big drop.
You running Cyber and what bot, Jake? Because
Yeah.
Because those I'm definitely running Cyber and Whatbot to see what happens. But like Wrath and Valor, I'm like my two go-to that always been very successful for me.
Wrath is I don't have those two, but Wrath seems like it's been though.
I have some questions. So the last two drops, when with Wrath, it crashes when during checking out with 3DS for me.
How many tasks were you running?
I was running like below 700, I would say.
Is it on a
Use a
server?
different server.
Yeah, it's probably your server because I never run more than 800 on Wrath. I normally have at least like 3 or 4, capture windows open at max. Because like Wrath gets very resource intensive.
It was so laggy, yeah.
Then with their 3DS, like I kind of just don't touch it because if you close out the 3DS window, it actually closes out the bot. It's kind of dumb. So like I just let it sit there and let it time out. So
I run like 1,500 tasks and like 6 capture windows, and it usually works fine for me.
I don't know. Mine tends to crash for some reason, but I also
Yeah.
run like I try to run 15 on like a 4XL, and it still crashed for me. So
Yo, fuck James in the chat, bro. I hate this guy.
but yeah. So hopefully, I don't know what size server you're running, but like I would run at least like a 4XL minimum if you're running that many tasks on Wrath. And like if the 3DS window does pop up, like try not to like mess with it or like minimize it, because I had the issue where it popped up and it froze, and I exit out the 3DS window, it literally exit out the bot for some reason. But yeah.
Anyone here running Toru?
Yeah.
I'm running night tomorrow.
Yo,
I'm
is
running
Toru on the come up?
It did well the last like month or so.
Yeah, Toru's
Yeah, I'd say it's good on YS.
Toru's slept
Deleted my
on.
key.
That and Velox, those two do really well. And they're
I let
pretty,
my key
Yo.
expire on Toru.
How do you guys get Velox to work? I can't get that shit to work.
really.
Run like 1,000 tasks and autosolve.
Like, yeah, I run autosolve, but like the task never generates. Like it just doesn't.
I think like the past 2 drops early on the drop, their Akamai API was like crashing. So you had to like
I think
manage
it,
it throughout the drop.
I think it's also better to start like, don't do start all and do like blocks.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
kind of
Start too many at once, it like fucks up the task.
I'm kind of lazy to do that, but yeah, I'll definitely try it this time.
I'm gonna watch
No
for a
one's
splash
not
force
running
update.
night tomorrow. I'm running night.
I'm running
tomorrow.
night.
I'll run
Oh,
night
no.
because
Yeah, 'cause it did
night
really
is
well
very
for me.
easy to set up.
I don't have it.
Night takes 2 seconds.
I heard
I
they
am gonna
haven't
watch
been
for a
as
splash
good
force
on
update.
Foots though. I heard Night hasn't been as good on Foots as it was before.
Yeah, Noble's been put.
Noble's been
Well, but
cooked.
I just think because other bots are doing better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a very good bot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeast Supply is gonna be very interesting tomorrow. I kind of want to just sleep in, but
I'm not
I
ready,
know.
man.
I'm
too.
ready to sleep in, then hear Jake. Oh, I set up
I hit
100.
500.
I set up 100 servers and I hit 3 pairs, and I'm like, thank God, thank God I
I know.
slept.
I'm seeing stock numbers, and a lot of the good shoes there's not a lot of stock of, and then a lot of the bricks there's a ton of stock.
I think like
And
it's a regular drop
Wait,
for
how do
the
you
foam
find
runners
the
though, right?
stock?
And it's shared between Adidas Splash and Confirmed app.
I'm sure
Like-
they'll push a lot through the confirmed app, and then do a little through first come first serve on Easy Supply.
Wait, guys, I have a question. What cards do you guys stay away from Easy Supply? In terms of
MasterCards.
3DS.
I
Yeah, MasterCard, I definitely stay away from. But aren't people having some troubles with certain Amex bin numbers?
yes.
I think it's their profiles. My trade shift, my employee cards, they all work fine. I barely get 3DS, but
Okay.
I have friends who get tons of 3DS. I'm pretty sure it's just the way they're like jigging their info and stuff.
I've been leaning towards privacy. Privacy's pretty good.
privacy,
Yeah.
Privacy is the best one.
privacy
Anything
stripe,
Visa, yeah.
privacy stripe, mesh, bento,
Divi.
Divi. Those are the main to go to. I think there was a couple that popped up in my DMs I never heard of, Slash and like
Oh yeah, Slash.
dual cards and etc.
Yeah, I'm testing out Slash tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, 3DS. I wish they never added 3D. That like kind of killed the game for me. Kind of annoying.
Yeah, it made it a lot more difficult.
Yeah, because I have to run myself now, and like I don't have room.
Yeah. So yeah, if I do, I mean, if you do run yourself and not ACO, don't be afraid to run the Capital One, etc. Because like you can get your 3DS number by yourself. But if you're running ACO, I would definitely avoid like Mastercards, Capital One. Definitely avoid Citi.
Yeah, I run all my Cap One by
I
myself.
mean, this Capital One works on easy like Visa or Mastercard.
Visa works. Certain Mastercard bin works. But if you're running yourself, that's what you should definitely do. Run those.
It's weird though. Like sometimes you get text and sometimes it just goes through with Cap One.
Don't you get declined a lot on eNote though?
Not really. Honestly.
Visas are good.
Visas are good. If you have Mastercards, you will.
Yeah, I have a Visa, but mine
Well-
doesn't get declined. I just
I'm fucked then.
50% of the times I get like a 3D text, and sometimes it pops up and disappears and it checks out.
Cool. You guys good on time? Or you guys are able to answer more questions?
I'm
It's
good.
1 a.m. for
But I'm
me. I'm
fine.
still going.
I mean, you don't
I'm
need
just
to
setting up.
sleep anyways. You gotta set up anyways.
That's true. I haven't set up at all.
All
I'm
right.
so fucked.
Cool. This might be a topic that I feel like some people won't like to answer. What do you think is the most underrated and overrated bot at the moment in the botting?
Now,
Botting.
I think it was Dragon.
I mean,
At the
in terms
time.
of flipside bots, I would say Easy Cop Bot. Like, I don't know. It always does good for me. It really does. It outperforms Wrath, Valor, and Ganesh for me.
I'm
And
gonna
for
have to check
$300, you
that.
can't beat it.
Yeah.
Point. It's like a beginner bot for sure too.
Yeah, I'd say like that, like even Stellar.
So,
Yeah, I'd say Stellar is like the most underrated bot in the market.
Yeah, like the best bang for your buck would 100% be Stellar, always.
So cheap to pick up. I think it's
Yeah.
down to $200. You make your money back off one drop. I mean, Best by
Easily.
itself, their bypass. I mean, I know a lot of other bots have it, but any GPU, one PS5, you'll pretty much make your money back.
correct. You guys are able to speak underrated, but what about overrated?
Shit, I'll say one like.
Shit, I'll say Cyber, bro. Cyber
I'd say,
is like
yeah,
I'd say
yeah.
unfortunately, right now, Cyber.
Cyber, and not to throw shade, but Nebula. It's not
Man,
worth 2K or
even
whatever the
worse.
fuck it is.
Yeah,
I
even
don't know.
worse.
Yeah,
It's at $900. I think it's like dipped to shit son.
it's not
Like,
worth it.
for me,
It's not worth
like-
it.
Like I like Ominous a lot, but I don't know if it's worth the price tag.
I'd say at least in Cyber's defense, they have probably the best apps, like the phone apps, everything like that. Their whole environment
Right.
is, I think no one compares to them, and I think they're bringing out more updates to the phone app and everything on the newest version.
You think?
Yeah, like when Cyber drops like a big update, it is normally at the top for a good amount of time. Like when they dropped 4.0, it was arguably the best bot.
I think
When they
I've
released
seen
it,
the
so-
best bypasses from them too. Like when they
So, like,
dropped
easy.
Shopify Pay, they completely bypassed all bot protection and everything.
When they drop new stuff, like new modules and stuff, it usually does really well though.
Yeah, they also had on. I know it's not US, but on EU they've had at least 5 bypasses for Footlocker EU. But on the Unity Journal ones, they're the only bot that took they took all the pairs of Footlocker
Yeah, it
EU.
was like a cyber group by every single drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
I
not
also
worth it
think
for US
Phantom.
though. My bad.
No, you're good. I also think Phantom is underrated on Easy Supply. It's so reliable for me.
Oh yeah, Jacob, she hit with Phantom, right?
Yeah, I hit with Phantom out of all bots. Phantom works. I love that bot. Like it's kind of it's honestly slept on your Easy Supply. You can run 2,000-3,000 tasks on it on like a mid-tier server, and it won't have any issues. And you only need to use one Gmail too for Phantom. So I think it's pretty underrated for Easy Supply. You can get a hold of it or rental, but like.
Really cheap.
It's cheap, but yeah, I think it's a little underrated. I think PD might be underrated for Easy Supply too. It was working. It was
I think
working.
Velox is really underrated.
Yeah, Velox you can run 2 instances too for a
You
per
can run
key.
more than that. I think it was like 4 or something.
4.
Yeah, they definitely increased it to at least 3 on YS drop back.
What
But it does really well on Supreme. Like I feel like it's almost as good as Melt, and then it does pretty good on Sparks.
I didn't want to bring this bot up, but what's your guys' thought on Dragon?
Overrated.
Because I know
It's like,
I have a copy. I don't want to say shit about it.
I'm too bored
I
to
mean,
touch
it's not-
Dragon.
because
the only reason it's 10K is because they backdoored all their copies.
Because I know a lot of people bought their copies for 10K, 20K.
20.
What is the market now? Like 7, right?
10.
It's 9. It's
Yeah,
not. It says
7.
7. Yeah.
I think right now it's definitely dead. But in Dragon's Peak, it was
Yeah.
insane.
Yes.
Like I made like
when it first dropped.
40K in like a week, like
Yeah.
off of random shit I've never heard of before.
Yeah,
And it's
at the
my
peak.
beta, I hit a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
the beta was ridiculous. Like in its peak, Dragon was disgusting.
You think it's gonna come back?
Yeah. No, because Nike's they've got 1,000 members now.
I think
Nike-
it's not gonna go back to like $20,000, but I think their developer is very good, and so whatever sites they decide to do, it'll be good on.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the other Nike bots coming out, like Linear and
Linear,
such now.
Yeah,
don't know
Linear
what
has
talk
just
about Nike.
completely dominated Nike for the past like 3 months,
And
it's kind
Travis
of like
decides to, right?
I heard
There's like a
I heard Project Enigma does pretty well too, correct?
yes
Yeah.
headless though, so that's the
it's
only
good,
downside.
but I don't think it can run like thousands and thousands of tests like Linear.
Yeah.
I think the only bot
what's
competing with
that?
Linear is a bot that I don't think many people know, but it's called like Neo Sneakers. It's you can run the same amount as Linear has an account gen that's request based, and it's relatively low key at the moment. And everyone who I know is hitting shit tons off it. I think I hit 500 pairs of Jordan 1 lows on Nike with it. Like, I think it was sneakers or
What's it called?
Nike.com. Neo Sneakers.
Neo sneakers. I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah, I
So-
saw it, but I haven't really used it yet. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's invite only or something like that.
Yeah, it's like they're keeping it under 100 members, and it's like CLI based. I think
One
they're
thi-
going to support Sneakers Pass as well.
The one
and
thing
try
I
and
love
generate
about
your code.
the one thing I love about Linear is how ACO friendly it is. Like if you're a group owner, like you can get Linear and run like unlimited sneaker slots for your group every single drop. And like that right there is just so appealing for me, for example, because like running sneaker slots, especially like you don't really get filtered because there's like so many diverse profiles and all that. And it's just like literally a money printer for people. So like I don't know. Linear for me is just the ultimate bot for like the past 2 months has just been like destroying during like downtime.
Yeah.
Does it hit sneakers? shop?
Wait,
Yeah.
Jake, I have a question for that. Since you're doing ACO for everyone, are you using like the same account for everyone? And
No,
just, like,
you do.
Nope.
You do. You
I-
match
I
the
make-
email. Oh, you make it
yeah.
for them?
No, so I make them provide accounts.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it match it like with KSR how you have to have like a
Oh, match
correlating
email.
account.
Yeah, match
Yeah.
email.
Matching. Yeah,
Yeah.
matching.
So it's just so easy.
Yeah, I do the exact same thing for Solus too.
Yeah,
So-
like I hit 150 dunks this week or whatever.
Yeah,
And-
I don't know what
Yeah,
the fuck
that
I'm doing
drop.
wrong. You maybe got a special copy, but I'm not hitting shit.
You just I mean Nike is definitely a lot of filtering.
Yeah.
Like you have to
Yeah,
kind of
it's
figure
really
that
weird
out.
actually how they
But-
filter.
It's so like if you have that part down and then you have something that can actually enter, like it's the ultimate site in my opinion. Like I actually
It
look
won't
for
last
it and
long.
pick up for drops now for Nike.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only thing with Nike, I don't think it's going to I don't think it's sustainable. Just because in the past Nike's worked for a couple months. Nike do see it in the end, and then they will change
That's awesome.
something that will.
Like the
Man,
first
I've been doing Nike forever too. Like that's how it always is. It's like a huge go for a while, and then
Yeah,
they'll fuck it up.
I
And
feel
then
like it's
look
with
great for a
everything as
while.
well. Like I think it's what every site. Everything's like in phases. Like foot sites will be good for a couple months. YS for like a few, then something will change. And like you can still like bot it probably, but it'll make something will become more difficult or it won't work. And it's just adapting to it.
Yeah, I mean every bot adapts. Like what was it? Beginning of this year, TSB was like the most dominant Nike bot out there, and like it literally like disappeared. Like I don't. So I think you just literally have to adapt to just adapting to your environment, seeing what bot works, and like every bot's gonna be different. And like no one knew the Linear was actually gonna work on sneakers, and it adapt pretty well. But like, will Linear continue working the rest of the year? That's like unpredictable. especially
I think if Nike keeps allowing bots to hit, linear will continue to work. But
Yeah, but
same.
there's gonna be
that's
a day where 90 just kind of slams the book and it's not gonna work. It's
yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah, because they do that already. Like you won't see like sneaky success on men's pairs of any shoe, like GR or not. You won't see it. They'll filter.
Mm, I
And
disagree because like on the dunks, like 2 days ago, the FTC dunks, I hit like 10.
yeah, I mean like Jordan 1s, you won't hit like men's. I haven't hit Jordan 1, Jordan 12s.
Yeah, but you'll hit grade school though, so
Yeah, you hit grade school, so you can make it back on that. To be fair.
I feel like grade school they've always kind of threw that bone for even for a while.
Yeah.
Wait, those FTC dunks that you hit, Jake, are those to your address though, or is it ACO?
I hit one for myself, and the rest was ACO.
Okay.
all right. I kind of like this question. What do you dislike about botting?
Time consuming.
Time
Yeah,
is-
time consuming. Like the
Like-
time. Sometimes you gotta wake up at like 3, 4 in the morning.
Being on PST time zone.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit's hard. That shit's rough.
yeah,
Like,
you know,
yeah.
fuck all you guys that live in the East Coast, man. I'm tired of waking.
Seriously.
Especially, I used to wake up like, what was it, 4 months ago? Like I was trying to wake up every day at 4 o'clock to do Target restocks for a whole week, and I just said that I was like, fuck that, man. I'm not doing it again.
Dude, I just leave that shit running now and I go to sleep.
I'm tired of
It's
wasting
pretty
money
chill.
on proxies.
So when you're in Germany, though,
Yeah,
it's always in the evening.
yeah.
I've been actually hitting though. I just let it run and I wake up to a couple checkouts.
Does any of you guys actually successfully cop undefeated?
Yeah.
Undefeated?
Like actually run? Yeah.
I'm
I
probably
wake
waking
up
up to
every
that.
morning.
Undefeated. Wait, what
I
bot are
wake
you
up
running?
for, like, I was running Rat.
Oh, Rat. Yeah, Rat does good on undefeated.
Yeah, I've never hit undefeated with Rat.
I think you need a good account, like an account. There's like for me when I hit undefeated, there's like one account that always sticks.
I tried for like 2 months and then like no, I'm not doing it anymore.
It is pretty early too, though.
Too early for
And
me.
they keep changing the times.
It's either 5 a.m. or 8 a.m. right? PST.
And sometimes they won't, like a long time ago, they wouldn't drop.
don't.
They'll drop it random as all during the day. I don't know if they still do that. I haven't done undefeated in a while.
Yeah, undefeated's log in checkout too, so you know.
That, and then they do a lot of their good stuff has been raffles too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, iSpotty asked a good question. The biggest regrets in starting botting. What do you guys regret?
No regrets. Everything.
I don't have any.
No,
I think it's different now.
to me, I say no regrets because like everything's a trial and error. Like you're gonna have to like at the time when I started botting, like there was no cook groups, there was no
Yeah.
there was no real sneaker Twitter. Like everything was like you kind of have to learn by yourself, and whatever you learn, like address jigging, catch all name chicks and stuff like that. Like that was like you kept to yourself. Like you did not want to give that information out to anybody. Like everything I learned was a trial and error for me, and especially with the community now, like there's no hidden knowledge. Like everybody's willing to share what they most people are, but like now like. Even if someone's like, oh, I have like a secret, trick to do this and that, like some other person is going to tell you, because like that's just how the sneaker community is right now. Like if this was like 5 years ago, like if
man, no one said shit. I remember when I first started, I'd be like, what proxies are you using? It would be crickets.
Yeah.
I mean, even a year ago when I was starting out, a year and a half or so, no one was really like willing to help. I kind of just had to figure out and try and error. But I do see now, like the past couple months, people have been trying to help each other, which is kind of nice to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the
How
biggest
about you
problem.
guys? But my biggest regret is buying Dragon at 20K.
Well, you made your money
I've
back
always-
though, right?
I did not at all.
But
Oh boy.
Did you
I
sell
bought
it?
it right at the end,
20K.
like before it died. Like
Oh, I think I sold it to you then. Must have.
Yeah. But
I almost bought
Yeah.
Dragon, but thank God I didn't.
My biggest
pretty
regret
sure
is
some
not getting
people won't
into retail earlier because it was free
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, same with me.
yeah. You're gonna say something, Brandon?
No, I was gonna say about retail as well. Just get into that. That was within a month or so. I really started trying hard for retail.
Yeah. Well, I'll go back to what I, the question I was like, what I dislike about botting is, what I do dislike about botting is proxies. Like, I really,
Exactly, man.
I really hate spending money on proxies. I
It's a
really,
money pit.
I really,
It is.
I really hate finding what providers actually work, or like, this new Resi company comes out, then you realize, oh, it's just like, uses another upstream like this other provider does, then, that's the one thing I hate about it, is like finding what providers that don't use the same upstream to, is like what Resi, like who, ISP provider you're buying from that's not reselling from some other ISP provider. And like, I really dislike the whole, proxy game at the moment. Like, and especially how like how much you have to rely on proxies to actually get shoes or get actual
Exactly.
checkouts.
That's true.
That's the
I
one thing I
mean,
dislike.
I think Jake touched on this already, but I'm kind of annoyed that there's no automation for setting up. It's kind of, dude, when you run a big
wanna
setup
pay
like
people.
Jake, it gets annoying. But even me with like 5 bots, it gets
I
so
think
annoying.
I think there's
For
someone that's working on that type of software now.
see, for me,
I've
it's
seen
like
that.
I don't like people have been asking us to add a TOACD, but like there's just so many different things that bots might change on release day. Like they might add a new mode and this and that, and like I don't know, it's like hard for me to trust that someone can set up as good as I can. And like I like to like I'm very meticulous with my setup. I like to like make sure everything is perfect. And so like I don't know, if you need something to help you set up, then like you're not even botting it, that like you are, but like what are you doing yourself besides like maybe solving a capture or something?
Spending
Like
all the money and everything else.
yeah, but at that point, why not just have people run ACO for you?
True.
I don't know. I do enjoy setting up, but then again, like I do dislike spending hours and hours making sure
Yeah.
everything's correct. I do use AMIs and stuff like that on Amazon, but like I think you can only do it so much. Like I mean, I know for you, Jake, and like people like Tiana, you guys get pretty burnt out. You spend hours and hours setting up, and I feel like for an average user that doesn't do that, like if they ever did try it, like that would
I,
I feel like it'll burn
Yeah.
someone out pretty
I
bad.
get burnt the hell out doing 10 servers. I don't know how the hell you guys do like 80 stuff like that.
Yeah,
80's
I mean
nuts. That shit's nuts.
it is, but like it's if you just like make a server image, install your bots beforehand, and it's really all you have to do is just plug in put profiles in and make tasks. It's like I mean, people think that like 80 servers takes me like a full day. Like takes me like I do it with a friend, but like it takes us like 2 hours max for the entire thing.
That's
Y-
not
Like
too
I
You're
haven't
pretty
bad.
even
efficient.
I haven't started. I made my image already, but I haven't started setting up yet.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know. It's just not that like once you obviously when you start doing it, it's difficult, but like after like 3 or 4 times, like it's pretty easy.
Yeah,
Get a system down.
once you understand the hang of it, and like I just think the issue for like other users, like they have to bots that have to log into Gmails manually, and like bots
Yeah.
that don't have like a all profile mass create tasks. Like for the longest time, like no one knew how to mass create tasks for Dashi, and like everybody thought that you had to create
Yeah,
tasks.
I learned about shift click, and that's the best thing of my life.
Yeah,
Like not just botting, but in general, it's the
yeah,
best thing I have ever learned.
That and like Splash Force too.
yeah. Like people and Splashforce, no one knew that you can like control all profiles for the
Yeah.
longest. So everybody was like individually clicking the profiles in Splashforce, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, it should not take you guys that long. And they're like, yeah, you have to
Yeah.
click. But yeah, that's the thing
I was
is,
clicking at first. Yeah.
yeah, but like a lot of bots have adapted to creating all profiles. Random. I just don't like bots that don't have random. Like if there was bots that if they can take their idea from is Valor. Like if all bots, if you can create a task like Valor, like it's dummy proof. You literally select the shoe that you want, and it has everything done for you. You just select profile and size. Like I wish more bots implemented that, because like not all bots, like for example, like for Dashi, you know, you use the SKU, but like when you go to like Mech.AIO, you need to use the link, and like,
Yeah.
cause like, come on, like,
It's hard to remember every single one.
yeah, hard to remember
Yeah.
a single one.
Especially keywords. If
Yeah.
you're doing like Shopify, some are pluses, some don't use plus.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
That'll actually break some bots too. I think if you use Cyber with pluses, it actually won't work.
It won't work, yeah.
Is
And
it
you
bugged that you
used
don't need
to
that?
Cyber, you used to use pluses too, and they like removed it.
yeah, but besides that, it's cool. All right, next topic. uh, when you do get, you know, products, you know, shoes, cards, etc., do you guys prefer to sell them on like apps like StockX, Go, eBay, or would you prefer them to sell them local, like, you know, Facebook, bulk buyers, or like, you know, whatever local?
Locally is much better. It's more money to be made. The only thing that's risky is getting robbed. I've almost gotten robbed before too.
I think it depends.
That's why
on
I avoid
where you
that. I
live,
mean,
though.
I've been strong with StockX for a lot of retail stuff. I know that you is a big chunk of money, but for like GPUs and such, I will stick with StockX just for, I'd say, the safety of not getting scammed, not like getting robbed. But shoes
know-
and everything else, I don't want to burn the exact sites, but I do consignment.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do consignments, and I do consignment too. And there's like local consignment shops I have that I won't name, but I do.
It
I
makes
do.
so much more money.
You
It's
do make
insane.
more money.
Yeah.
I've made double and triple on some shoes. It's insane. You go look at StockX and you'll make triple the amount.
I like selling to buyers because I just like to dump everything at once.
Yeah.
I think it depends on what it is. Like PlayStations, Jake, you know, like Botank or whatever, he's local.
Yeah,
to.
he's a
So
goat.
like, yeah, he's a goat. So I'll just meet him up every time. Like certain shoes, I have bulk buyers, and some stuff I just send to consignment. Some stuff I raffle. Depends really.
Yeah, consignment and bulk buyer is the way to go for me.
Jake, didn't you fill your house up in the beginning from shoes from Dragon? I think I remember you sent in your living room and there was probably like 500 shoes in there.
You had more
Yeah,
than
'cause
500.
That was
More
like the
than that.
first time I'd really hit like a clip like that really stuck. And yeah, so I didn't know what to do. Yeah.
Your drivers don't get mad when you have 1,000 pairs show up.
No, they don't really say anything. I always like offer them money and stuff, and they don't really care. I heard that like if you jig your address, that counts as like a different house, and they get paid
Yeah,
based
I've
on like
heard
how
that
many
too.
houses they
Per
deliver
Oh,
to.
what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for like Nike, I
and
jig
like
really hard.
you
so
only have to not go to one place, and that knocks out like your entire truck. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's FedEx. They get paid per package they
Yeah.
deliver.
It is FedEx.
Yeah, some of those guys like that. I know, Frankie. You do a lot of raffles and a lot of local stuff, correct?
Yes, so I pretty much try to do as many cash sales as I can before I, resort to using any type of apps and stuff like that. But I do know, there's risks with getting robbed and stuff like that. So I do try to do all my meetups at police stations, stuff like that, but I've been doing it for so long that I do have like a great following and people that, are just always buying from me. So for the most part, I'm not really dealing with randoms. I'm dealing with people. And because I do most of my social, promoting on Facebook, I'm like these people that I'm dealing with, I see their faces. I know who they are. It's not like they're total
It's a
strangers.
community. Like we all know. I know Frankie through Facebook too. Like we all kind of know each other.
Wait, Frankie, are you from LA area?
No, I'm from Chicago.
Oh. All right. You said that
I'm
earlier.
I'm from Chicago originally. I just live in LA now.
Nice.
What are you guys' thoughts on a lot of people moving from StockX and Go and like they're transitioning over to eBay? You think that's a smart move for them?
Yeah, because
I
of
think
the
so.
fees.
Yeah, like I think whatever you do to maneuver to pay less fees is smart.
And then also, I live in Jersey, and the eBay warehouse is in New York, so the shipping loop is pretty cheap. Like you pay like $6, and it's really nothing. Like you're profiting a lot as well.
Nice.
Yeah, because I know like back then before eBay stepped in the game and like everybody, StockX and Go and like they would just compare the both or they'll use like Stadium Goods or they try to find some consignment shop locally or like out of state because I know every state has their own consignment shop and like you know, just like Brendan says, like if you don't use consignment shops at the moment or like take advantage of those, because there's consignment shops in every state, and you know they either take
Gotta
20%.
find the right ones.
Yeah, they take 20%, 15%, or you know, everyone's different, you know, but like if you find the right ones, like you can move product, you know, pretty nice. Like, you know, in certain states, like there's people that don't like buying on apps because they just think like StockX and Go all sell fakes. Then when they see the shoe, when they see the shoe in person in consignment,
I think it caters to if you're moving a lot of inventory. So for instance, like I said, how I got a couple hundred pairs of band mids. I'm not gonna sit there and individually sell 200 pairs to StockX. You can send 200 pairs to a consignment shop and let them do the sales. I mean, that's 1 hour work for me to sell 200 pairs of shoes.
Yeah. And now, when you're dropping off 200 pairs of shoes, are you actually seeing your money back pretty quickly? Okay, no, but I'm saying
no. You know what? Even with shipping too, like to ship to some of these consignment stores, the ones that offer labels, I'm paying $1.50 per shoe to ship it out.
Nice.
It's cheap.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because mids. I notice a lot of people that I also talk to that, you know, in Oregon that, you know, bought mids, consignment in mids. It's where the money is made. Like you don't want to push that on StockX. You don't want to push that on Go. You don't want to push that on eBay. Like consignment shops, people love mids for some reason locally.
Yeah, that's insane. I haven't even touched any mids at all, but I try to actually stay away from it. That was just like a personal decision. I was never into mids, so I never really saw any, you know, I guess money value in them, except for the what was it, like the smoke gray mids or those
smoke gray mids.
Those
You know,
were
those are some of the best ones.
printing press.
Band mids were really good too. I know a lot of people slept on band mids, but I made a ton of money.
That and the Chicago one mids.
There was the what is it? The gray ones, not the smoke gray. There was the other ones.
The shadow lows.
Yeah, the shadow mids. I think.
I made
the shadow. Yeah, dude, the smoke gray GS mids and the shadow GS mids. Oh my god.
Yeah, those did a lot of money.
They were insane. Like they sat for like 3 hours.
DSG too. I was up till 4 a.m. on DSG.
Was so fun.
That was 4 a.m. every day. I'd work at 7 a.m. and I'd be up till 4 a.m. buying on DSG. I'd get like 50 pairs a night. It was a lot of fun, but I never slept.
Yeah, I miss DSG.
I know a lot of you guys mentioned you do like you sell your inventory through consignment. So I'm assuming you guys haven't had any horror stories with getting paid out and stuff like that. Because like for me, I don't know. I've just, especially in Chicago, to my knowledge, there hasn't really been great consignment shops in the Chicago area, like within the city, the metropolitan area, not like the suburbs. Because I do know there's like Restock in the suburbs and stuff like that. But so what I do is I pretty much resort to, if there's a sneaker con, I'm there selling the inventory. If there's a card con, I'm there. If there's a toy con, I'm there. And that's so, you know, like I said, I pretty much do try to get cash as much as I can. But
I think it depends on where you live though. Like, so over in LA, like if people people come from all over the world to go to like Melrose, like they're gonna go there to drop money. Like, so if you're going to like Soul Stage or whatever, like you're gonna have a lot of tourists and you're gonna sell, like I sell like brick ass Supreme tees for like $200, stuff like that.
Nice.
And it's just like people just go there just to buy something. Like they don't give a shit.
Right. To say they've been there.
Yeah, they're gonna, and like you're there, so like I'm gonna get some, you know. So like same with Vegas too, like urban necessities. Yeah, like all those places, like people go there to spend money. So I feel like those kind of places are good places to ship. I haven't had too many issues shipping. Like I ship a lot to UN and places like that, and I haven't really had any issues. Like I had like Flight Club. I lost a shit ton of shoes when they got looted.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
Wow. You get paid out though? I said they paid a lot of insurance payouts.
Like I did, but I didn't really they didn't really value the stuff. Like I would say it was like 60 to 70% of the value of what I should have got.
Yeah. I saw some people get paid out like crazy asks though. I don't know. Maybe you just had some bad luck.
I think there was like, it depends on the shoe. There was like certain shoes that were like crazy. It's just like there's not that many pairs left anymore, so the price, like the valuation on that shoe is just higher. But when it's just like a general shoe where there's a lot of them in circulation, like you generally get gypped on stuff like that.
Because I know a bunch of friends that had samples at Flight Club and they didn't get the they didn't get the prices they
Yeah,
wanted.
that wanted.
That
Yeah,
sucks,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because they posted all over in Band LA. It's like, yo, you guys see these shoes, I'll just buy them from you because like Flight Club didn't want to pay out those prices that they had on because they were like, one of two, one of three, and one of four type of deal. So, yeah. Well, moving on to the next topic. For a lot of people, ever since you saw Jake post his, fat ass clip with Travis Scott, not saying
Yeah,
that,
congrats,
not
Jake.
not saying that it's not real, wink, wink, but
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty open about it when people ask me. That was just a big troll.
they never ask, so that's what they get,
Yo,
But
that Travis
Hey,
Discord
no
server
way,
was
though.
hilarious. Everyone was
Jake got me the
tricking.
first time. I was like, this guy for real.
but
Everyone was
Yeah.
tricking on Jake
Bro, that
on the
messed me
Travis
up
server.
because I have Linia as well, and I just woke up at like 7 a.m. and my buyers were like DM me, why the fuck didn't you run me on Linia? I'm like, how am I supposed to run you on Linia on a module I didn't know existed?
yeah,
Hey, call him out.
Just like
Call
the
him out.
dev shit.
I was the same thing,
Like,
but
like
moving on. If if there's some advice for new coming people that coming into the resale community that want to learn how to bot or just reselling in general, what advice would you guys give them, like
To
that?
join a code group.
Join a good cook group, like whatever bot you get, even if it's not something expensive, like learn how to fucking use it, like actually learn how to use it.
Like
And
actually
then another advice
actually
would be,
read the instructions, right?
Yeah, like no, like you
Yeah.
like even with like NSB, right? Like Frankie knows how to use it, right? Like whatever bot you have, you gotta like learn how to use it,
honestly, the most important thing would be the cook group, right? If you were gonna splurge on anything, splurge on a good cook group like Hidden or Oculus, Brendan, Wing Wing.
Notify.
There we go.
Notify,
Yeah.
Solus,
I think each
AYCD.
Jake puts a lot of time into his slots.
each
I
group,
see
I think
that.
each group has like tiers though. I feel like some groups are more like beginner groups, some groups are more like all everybody in there cooks, So I think
I
it's
feel like some groups are overwhelming, though. I don't want to put names out there, but when you look at how many channels some of these groups have, I mean, sure, they can provide the best info, but when you have 400 channels, it's just overwhelming for, I'd say, a new user.
Sure.
Yeah.
Organization is big.
I think cook group is also the most important part, and to also be aware that there's no guaranteed money. Like you could totally
Yeah.
invest a ton of money and lose everything, and I think people need to like really get that through their brain before investing.
I
Yeah,
would say
like,
like 90% of
gambling,
people 90% of people actually lose money, I would say.
with a good cook group, you can practically just enter a raffle that you didn't know existed and like win $5,000 or $4,000 just through, NFTs, artwork, whatever it may be, cause whatever it is, you're gonna make money because you don't even need a bot to make money in this community. So a good cook group
agree.
would help you a lot.
And
100%.
then another piece of advice I would say is to not keep your size every like release you hit.
That, and I think don't be
I've learned that
close-minded
lesson
and like
myself.
do everything.
I have like 80 to 100 pairs of shoes, and I just don't wear them.
Yeah, I think Sean is correct. Like, don't be closed-minded. Like, step your foot in retail botting. Don't just focus just on sneakers. That's what Frankie does. Artwork. Toys. There's so much money to be made in like the reselling community, not just from sneakers. Like,
Yeah, man, I made like hella money from coins from the government. Like I never even thought about that.
That was probably my best release ever was
Yeah.
coins last year.
Yeah, same.
Words.
Fucking pools last year is crazy.
Pools. Yeah,
I started with pools actually because before sneakers I did pools. And
People
I
were
just
doing
sold-
like portable heaters and stuff. Like I was closed-minded about stuff like that, but a lot of people made hella money from that.
Right
I
now,
did do a little bit of
money
pools.
thing would be fitteds. The
Yeah,
fitted community is crazy. I've been making a lot of
Oh,
money.
yeah.
I've been sleeping on that. The hats. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I see that go off on the webhooks like all day too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, for
I
the
kinda
longest
felt
time
bad a lot.
I was a pool guy. I was reselling pools, and then one of my friends convinced me to go into sneakers actually. So
Oh, that's
I
great.
did
you
push a
never
lot
know.
of pools last year, and I felt bad when I'd have moms like tell me, "Oh, you made my son's day. Thank you so much." I'm like, "Well, I'm making $200 on this pool. Like, what do you thank me for? I'm the asshole here."
You're making my day too.
I had a lot of instances like that. Like the final mounts, like I met up a kid and he was like 10 years old. Like Final Mouses.
Boy.
Oh, Final Masters, yeah.
Yeah, and I like met up this kid and he's like, yeah, like talking to me about buying it. And I met him up and he was like this 10-year-old kid. And I was like, man, I'm about to take money from this little kid.
I think a lot of people slept on the Final Mouses because they were worried that like it would brick. But like I know a lot of people that held them, like they went up in value. Like
Yeah, that's I
Cape
made the
Towns?
first mistake with the blue and the red ones, and I sold it and made like $50, and I look at it, it's like $200, $300, $400 profit now.
What are the Cape Towns going for?
The Cape Towns are doing pretty good now, actually. I think you make like 150 each mouse.
Oh my god, I have like 80 still. I thought I was fucked. I was just gonna never buy a new mouse again. That's awesome.
They came out with another one too, and that one's reselling a lot too. So
I'm getting my mouse from you.
yeah.
Yeah, I had like 50 Cape Towns too, and I sold half of them too early.
Jeez, yeah, what the heck?
So for pretty much what you guys are saying is like, you know, join a good cook group, you know, like let me see, Oculus, AYCD, Hidden,
Mommy's
KJ,
Kitchen.
Mommy's Kitchen, Solus, you know,
I
Toro.
think everybody has like a thing that they offer. I think like AYCD, they're good with like slots because Jay cooks. And, like
I
some
think the
groups,
biggest thing right now with a lot
supplies.
of groups is the free slots, and that's what you got to look for in groups. It's funny how all these groups go through these like waves and trends, and I think the biggest thing right now is the free slots.
Slots and group buys.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. A lot
I
of
know
the
some
Before
groups you get
before
the
group
good
wise
partnerships.
group wise were big, but group wise aren't
Man.
that big anymore.
Man, like Pulse gets really good group buys. Like I don't know, because especially with like the monthly like keys now, I feel like there's a
Yeah.
lot more. Because they pretty much cut out the middleman with rental people, and it's just like the company straight up renting it.
Yeah, that's actually the reason why I love monthlies now. Like, it just like one, it gives like groups an opportunity to like have like that group buy that was never possible before. And then
Yeah.
two, it
Yeah.
like cuts out any risk of like being ripped off from a rental, and you get to be in the Discord.
That and it's a win-win for the company
That
and
is
the group.
true.
Yeah, and it's directly to the developers. So
Also, don't be closed-minded on you know, botting in general. Like don't just focus on sneakers, you know, like try to venture out to retail, art, you know, NFTs. There's just like there's so many ways to make money in this community that like for me, like the longest, like I was just focused on sneakers only, sneakers. Then I was like, man, like what are these people like doing with all these retail stuff and NFT? And I was like, man, I just, you know, once you dabble your feet into it and you understand how it works, like there's so much money to be made, and if you don't, you know, expand your mind, you know, it's endless opportunities, especially with, you know, multiple cook groups. Like majority of the cook groups out there provide the information to all this stuff anyways. It's just like you just have to take your time and read it. And I know a lot of people, you know, I answer tickets all day, and the thing I do notice is like people don't like to read in general. Like people don't like to read instructions to bots. They want me to, like, you know, hold your hand to how to set these task ups, etc., etc. But like if you know, take your time to read and understand the bots, you know, like bro, like especially for NSB, like I didn't know how the blue tasks work. I just made shit up, and like, you know, then I caught bricks. But like if you, perfect example, Frankie, like he took his time to, you know, understand NSB, and you know,
I'm still waiting on your list, by the way.
Man, I still do the same thing though. Like I just joined the Trickle Discord the other day, and I was like, "Yo, how come my bot's not opening?" And they're like, "This because you didn't close it properly. Like, read, motherfucker." And I was like, "God damn it!"
yeah, I do the exact same thing too. Like sometimes I don't understand how to use a bot. Like I'll message somebody, but like once you do take your time to understand, to read and understand like how to use the bot, like it makes it so much easier, and it takes time away from, you know, wasting someone else's time to teach you something, you know, when you can just learn it yourself.
I think that's the key a lot of bots need to have is just the ease of use and how simple it is to set up. Because even like me, I mean, you're looking at some of these bots and you have no idea what these setups are, these modes. Yeah, I think it's best when everything is on the developer's end and they can enable a bypass, and you run the normal task, and the normal task will then be a bypass task. So there's not really any errors you can have on your end. So it's just the simplicity of the bot. You can get more people to run it. So you can have new people come in and just be able to run the bot and be able to buy shoes.
Yeah, and majority of the guides out there too have photos. Like they show you exactly what to do. So
But I noticed a lot of the guys in the Discord, they're not always updated too, though. Like Highlands guys are like super dated.
They're really old.
Yeah.
But that depends though, because on Dragon, there's some old updates that do better. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Because like I'll read like the guide for Kyla, and I'm like, isn't that how you're supposed to do it? They're like, no, you don't even do that no more. And I'm like, oh.
All right. So there you go, guys. You guys have some time to answer some quick questions in chat if there's any. Non-troll questions.
Actually, I have a question because most of the people that is in my group, they're like little kids. They're like 17, 18, 19.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of capitals. So they want to get into botting, right? And a lot of these bots that you guys stated are like top tier or it's really hard to get. Then what is your advice for them if they want to start botting?
NSV, ECB.
That or rent
Rent. Like,
Stellar.
Oh yeah, renting.
You got to rent.
Before I would say before I was bot copying like off restocks a lot, like bot restocks. That was one of the easiest ways to make money and start going. But nowadays bot don't really restock anymore. So it comes back to the question that we answered about cook groups. Just join a really good cook group and you can even hit raffles or even manually on some sites and make a lot of money. So.
And if you're in the right cook groups, you'll get opportunities for like the 30-day keys for like Noble at night.
Yeah, that's how I got Noble.
Yeah.
For me, it's Stellar and run PS5s. That's all you have to do.
That too, yeah.
I always tell
you can pick it
people,
up.
like, if you don't have money to afford a bot, you know, there's other groups out there that, you know, do group partnerships that, like, you know, give out monthlies, weeklies and stuff. But like, you know, you have like applications. I think it's called WAP, or it's like a rental service. Like
Yeah, they definitely took over the rental scene.
Like,
what else do they have? Like, you know, like cloud bots too. If you don't know what the hell you're doing, you can do like cloud bots too. Like
yeah, Akari. Pretty good. Bro.
Yeah, I don't know shit about Amazon botting, and I just bought Akari, so I've just been hitting 3090s for people, but not for myself because I'm Cali.
Yeah, you don't really need to know much for a car. You just log in and let it run.
Yeah, I honestly, the best feature about a card right now is how they handle all the SKUs. You type in the GPU you want and it'll run for you.
Man,
it's
my
pretty
favorite
much
Amazon bot right now.
Yeah.
But I would recommend your users to rent. Like, even like majority of the bots that rent at the moment are, you know, the top tier ones are always going to be expensive, like Wrath and like, you know, etc. But like, there's other ones that perform very well, like Mekao, Toru, etc. And like,
They're really cheap.
They're really cheap, and like, they don't have to
You can
run.
rent Toru for like $20 right
Yeah.
for the day.
Yeah.
I mean, besides rental too, you can just sign up for ACO until you build enough capital to like.
Yeah, but then
do
again,
bigger
the reason why I don't like telling people to do that is because when people sign up for ACO that are newer, they just assume that you're gonna hit ACO all the time, and once they, you know, if they want to get into botting, like, you know, that's a good step. But if you just want to do ACO like strictly, like, I know people that just do ACO and they don't bot in general; they just go to everybody and do ACO, and you know, I understand.
Definitely.
That's like one way to do it too. But if you really want to get into botting and understand how sneaker botting works, like, yeah, you need to get your hands, you know, touch multiple bots, rentals, you know, like, see what bot works best for you. Then, you know, not every bot's gonna perform the same. So
that, and like certain people are good with certain stuff. Like certain people kill Ganesh. Like I suck with Ganesh, but I'm really good with certain stuff, and they don't.
Yeah. So, you know, it really depends on where you want to go with that. But like, yeah, I mean, I start out with like no capital, but then again, like back then A and B and all this stuff wasn't like, you know, $500. It was like a couple hundred. So, and there wasn't proxy requirements back then either. So it was just really like, you know, how many credit cards you can acquire. But like, that's, you know, that's my advice. You know, everybody has different advices, but like, if they could, you know, I wouldn't touch sneaker botting. I would do retail, like
as of right now. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're new,
Yeah, start with retail.
Start with retail.
I think it's way easier to get checkouts too.
Yeah, it's
One thing about retail though, you need a lot of capital for some of these more expensive cards if you're running GPU stuff.
Man, if you're doing like Target and you do like 3-4 tasks, you can hit like prisms every single drop. And
Well, I guess if you're
Honestly,
talking
with Rec Card,
cards,
stuff like that. You can find ways to have very small resources and make it work for you.
Alright, cool. Hey, there's actually a question for you, Brandon. Why do you have a
Yes.
jar of Nutella there?
I'm a big Nutella fan. I used to just eat that right from the jar with the spoons, but I put that shit on everything.
oh, you put that shit on everything? I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's just
Oh,
Hey.
man. Chill.
oh,
You see that
That shit's good.
he's not endless Nutella, right? It's somebody else.
No, that's somebody else.
Okay.
This man, instead of lotion, he got Nutella.
Oh my god, that
Uh,
shit's good though. If you haven't had Nutella, try that.
Can you open the jar?
No, don't open the jar. Don't open the jar. Don't open the jar.
Boy.
There's actually a
I should have
question.
cleaned my setup.
I should have asked this too. I noticed a lot of people have been getting into raffle botting. You think raffle botting is worth it at the moment?
Not in US.
Not in US.
Because people are
I
entering
agree.
5,000,
You know what?
10,000 Gmails.
I honestly I think yes. In where I'm going towards is like not shoe raffling. They have this bot called Raffler or Waffler that it does like Mountain Dew,
Yeah,
and, like
I've got it.
Lunchables and like random shit like that. And then people make like
Sweepstakes.
like it's like cash sweepstake raffles. So like you enter Gmails and they'll be like you won $50 or $100, and then they just enter a bunch of stuff, and people do pretty well with that.
Mm.
I've actually just gotten into raffle botting myself, so but I definitely would recommend everyone to try it, just like you would try anything else. I have been seeing some success with it, so I'm not sure if any of you guys know, but raffle botters pretty much clipped unions, the Union 4s that released.
Yeah, what did you run for that, Frankie?
I personally didn't run anything because I already had the bot, but I wasn't using it. So I had already developed a relationship with someone who pretty much runs it consistently and worked a deal out with him, right? So I he had like 400 checkouts. Him
I know,
alone.
like I bought some from you too. So I figure you were selling a lot, so I figured you had a lot.
Right. So I pretty much worked with him, but also, obviously it's something I still got to learn and I'm still going to learn, but I recommend it to everyone that's here. Definitely get into it. I've been checking out freaking ambush dunks, unions.
Wow.
Osiris bot actually hit Travis ones. I think they cooked exhibition.
Man, I was doing like SNS and stuff a lot when Thunder first came out and all those like SNS botting and stuff first came out, but it kind of got clipped along the way, and I just kind of haven't.
Yeah. SNS get filtered heavy.
Yeah, Thunder used to destroy it.
Yeah.
I think with raffle botting, it's like you need like so many Gmails. Outlooks, I think, are clipped because everyone was entering them.
That is
Unions,
true.
they manage, but Outlooks now are gone.
Right.
And Gmail's just expensive to buy unless you get all, but then they can get clipped and you can lose wins.
Right.
Because
They
I
do
can
work the best though.
Yeah, go on.
All right. I don't know. I don't think people want to ask more questions because most of these are just troll questions I see. But yeah, if you guys have any actual questions, you have like this is resource here. It's a free resource that you guys can use, and like I would, if you guys are new or have any actual questions to improve yourself in botting, I would ask. How much money have you guys spent in proxies in your total of your career?
Oh my god. I'd be embarrassed to even say.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about it.
I don't think I'm in this stance that.
It's just on subnets alone. It's just.
I don't want to answer that question either. It's pretty awful.
I don't even think I would be able to count or keep track even.
Yeah.
I reckon everyone is probably above 4, but easily 5-6 figures probably for some people.
I could check.
I think what we're all saying is
Actually, yeah, Jake, go check.
Yeah, Jake, you check. I want to know your
It's
number.
okay, actually.
Yeah, I want to see how much AD server is worth. Please.
Yeah,
I bet you Jake spend like a down payment for a house on proxies monthly.
I I spend like 8K a month on proxies, I guess, maybe 10.
That's a lot.
That's definitely like,
That's a lot of fucking money.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yo, Kool-Aid has a good question because I also wonder that too.
What
What
did
is
he
it?
ask?
He said, when it comes to setting up and running multiple bots for y'all, how do you recommend managing this across multiple servers?
Remote desktop manager.
I use
Nah.
Get get Royal TS.
Yeah.
Royal
Use,
TS.
Get Royal
use
TS.
Royal
That's the best thing
TS
ever.
and use I'm gonna plug AYCD, but use Generator and just make an AWS server, put all your bots on it, make an image of it, and then just gen as many servers as you need. And then
Yep.
it's so easy.
I do like
what is
Royal
what's
TS is the
what's
best
Royal
server
TS
manager.
do? What's
Royal
Royal
TS
TS?
is a server manager. You can
Here, I
like
can
view a lot of your servers.
I'll share my screen and show you.
So
Yo,
it's kind of
make
like
make sure you
remote
close all your
RDP.
windows first, Jake.
Yeah, I have some empty servers.
He's still checking out TS links.
Yeah. This is so it's like a Google Chrome tab almost. So you can like just tab through your servers and then like they have them all with like
Oh,
folders and all this and there's like
Wow.
so like
So-
for
Dude, how many fucking servers do you have, man?
I have like 20 monthlies.
Dude, I have
but
6 and I thought that was crazy.
but like the best part about it is they have bulk import, right? So when you make an image, the password and the username are always the same. So you just paste all your IP addresses and then you put your credentials and then it just imports all of them at once. And like it's just so nice. This right here is why I can set up so fast.
Yeah,
Like
that's it.
it's really good.
That is nice. I don't
Can you
know why,
open
but I've never
the
figured it out.
user folder?
I don't think I can.
Jake's they were wondering if you is there any new stuff developing for Toolbox or any
Yeah, so we have this cool thing for raffle botters actually. So I know like forwarded emails are super expensive and Gmails are like the move, right?
Yes.
So we're adding like an email hub where basically while your Gmails are farming, you can like tick like a setting to have it. I don't know exactly how it's gonna work, but our devs been working on it for like the past 2 days. And basically it'll look at your emails during like while it's farming, and then it will forward them all into like a something that like we like like you host on your local computer, but it'll basically put all your emails in one place without them being forwarded. So
Wow.
that'll be really cool.
That's pretty cool.
So you pretty much that's nice. So,
Nice.
How many years did it take you guys to scale up?
It took me like 3 months, 4 months. Not that bad.
Took me it was like 6 months into botting, and then to properly scale up took me another 6 months.
I'd
Man, I'm
say
gonna
it
be honest with
definitely took a while to get the capital. For me, at least, I'd say at least over a year, maybe 2 years.
I started off by being unethical.
What do you mean by that?
So here's my story. I don't know if I should share it, but oh well. I started off reselling because I used to be a manager at Finish Line, and I would always see the guys walk in with the big money, buying all the product. So what I would do is I would rig raffles. I would take all the product. And actually there was a glitch on Finish Line where you were able to order what the LA Forces. I like 2 weeks before release, I ordered 60 pairs and I made like 15,000 off of that, and that's what I used to get started in botting.
That's not unethical.
I would do the same thing. That's
I
understand that. It's not like you scammed it.
or you're using your resources. I don't know.
That's
I mean,
smart.
I did the same thing. I
quit.
was
Nah, you
I was
just being
abusing my
smart.
employee discount at Target. I was getting
No, I was
15% off
abusing
anything.
employee discount, and I was like rigging the raffles, like for the what are those ones that were like $1,000 at one point? The Chicago's, I think, or Black Toes, the women's ones. I took like 12 pairs between me. I took 12 pairs myself of the big sizes, and I sold them on StockX for like 800, 900, 1100.
The thing is, like,
Jesus
you're not the only person that does it. So like,
Right. Don't be
Nah.
embarrassed of that story either.
Yeah.
No, I'm not embarrassed.
I mean,
I
I'd be
did
proud of
what I
that,
had
man.
to do to eat.
Yeah.
You should
I'm
put that in your
happy. I'm
bio.
happy I got fired from Target.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
just
there's
Like honestly,
I got
like I
small
didn't know what the
pictures.
hell I was doing for like a good year. So like I started back then when people wouldn't say shit. So like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I was scared to like invest big into like what the hell I'm doing when I don't know really what the hell I'm doing.
I think scaling for people now should be a lot easier with all the resources there is, especially with all the cook groups. Like scaling back then, 2-3 years ago was totally different because like then again, no one would want to share information. No one knew what a VCC was. No one knew how to get this or that or how to create more than 100 profiles. Like scaling shouldn't be as hard. It's just the only thing that you need at the moment is capital.
That and like knowledge, somewhat.
And knowledge, yeah.
Biggest licks in spotting?
Biggest licks. I want to still say mochas.
Mochas, I mean, shoes, mochas for me. That was with Torpedo. I hit about 80 pairs.
No. Oh, you meant biggest lick? Oh, biggest lick for me is
biggest lick.
Bread 350s.
Right?
Bread 350s, bro. I think I hit more. I hit almost 2,000 pairs of Bread 350s. And dude,
man's rich.
Splash Force. I'm telling you, Splash Force. I took advantage of that shit. That was the last release that ever worked, but like, dude, Splash Force killed it. That release. Like the thing is, like, a lot of people.
Splash Force and Phantom.
The thing that people didn't know about that time with Splash Force is like everybody thought you can only run X amount of. I was running 10,000 tasks on each Splash Force, and I was running the same IPs.
Wow.
And yeah, so.
For me, it was a Shoe Palace.
No, for me it was US Mint coins with KSR. Shit was
yeah.
Easy money. Easy 20K.
Yeah,
easy 20K.
I'd probably say Finish Line, probably. Just the Jordan 1 Court Purple and Finish Line. I think I had like one.
No, I don't think anybody's talked about Shoe Palace.
Bro.
Shoe Palace.
Palace Spot.
Fuck you guys with Palace Spot.
I don't know. All I'm gonna say, Dark AO. Oh my god, that was disgusting on Shoe Palace. That was the first big clip I ever hit. Just because of him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Shoe Palace. I didn't really get into it to the end. Like me and Fred split Palace. Me and Fred split Palace Spot. Yeah, we got it towards the end, and yeah, we missed out.
I gotta give a shout out to actually Bonnet Boy Nova because he ran me slots on every drop. We gave him proxies. He probably hit me and two others, maybe a couple hundred pairs.
Wow.
Nice. Shoe Palace was so much fun.
I got hopped on late with Launcher.
Was that for Retro Ones?
Everything.
That was
GS mids.
Yeah.
They got fat stock too. Way fatter than they currently do.
Yep. Any other, big clips that you guys hit that you guys want to talk about?
Fucking night on the fours.
Hyper Royals.
Yeah, Hyper
Royals. And what was the second one? It was one other drop.
It was Hyper Royals.
I think even like Akari with Amazon, like the last couple weeks with Akari. Like that.
Right now it's just GPUs on Amazon.
Yeah.
But
what practice are you guys using for Akari?
Oculus.
Oculus, of course. Are we even asking right now? It's Oculus.
All right, Brandon. I'm gonna DM you real quick. I'm a cop some.
I'm honestly, seriously.
I hate to plug myself, but we do have. I'd say at least on Akari, we have a lot of very good performing proxies for Amazon.
Yeah, like I'm not. It's not an ad. I'm not pushing. Like literally, I gave Sean like 3 different subnets and test them on which one's faster. And it was Oculus that was the fastest that pinged to the Amazon server. And majority 90% of my tasks that do check out with Amazon is Oculus ISPs. So.
Amazon, you need speed now.
Yeah. There was a question I just saw. Oh, what are you guys' viewpoint on the state of first come first serve botting, and with a lot of people leaving because profits are lower and lowering for most people, not all?
I think that's why we see the prices tanking like crazy right now.
Yeah, shoes. Like we said earlier in the podcast, a few hours, 2 hours ago, we said shoes were kind of dying a bit, and then retail takes the spot right now for profit, everything. setup.
I-
Retail is the best.
The only thing I'm
I feel
gonna
like a lot of
comment,
people giving up.
the comment I will make for like why a lot of shoes are dying is, you know, it's not the U.S. It's like a lot of stuff that's going over in, you know, Asia.
Yeah, in China and
In
stuff.
China,
Yeah,
so-
China's
in
messed
Asia.
up the market.
Yeah, so that's the reason why the market's kind of like fucked up at the moment. But like once like everything calms down and once like all the, you know, because majority of the people that do buy from StockX are from China, and with everything that's going on, you know, with all, you know,
Yeah.
politics and everything, like they're just like they're boycotting, you know, Adidas and Nike at the moment. So that's the reason why a lot of those grade schools and, you know, prices are just, you know, really low at the moment. But once, you know, I don't know when it's gonna come back, but when it does, you'll notice the prices come back up. When you say retail botting to start, how would you go up with Target accounts and Amazon? I know what AYCD can generate Target accounts. Correct, Jake?
I think it does Amazon too.
Amazon, we're pushing a
Oh.
big update next week, which will make it all way better. Amazon will be like fully hands off.
Yeah.
So.
With Amazon, it kind of gets a little bit of a sketchy side, but if you buy EDU accounts, you can make Prime accounts and get 6 months of Prime. I've had really good luck with fresh Prime accounts out of EDU. It's 6 months of Prime for free. I've made like 20 accounts in EDUs. You can buy it for about like $3-4. You can find them on eBay once in a while. So I mean, for under $100, you can get like 20 accounts up and running, and you're good for 6 months.
I actually didn't even think about that too, because Prime accounts generally hit better too.
How does one
What?
get access to DCM proxy?
You just gotta be a sponsor, I guess, because we're not selling right now. We just give it out to our sponsors at the moment. We're not selling.
I'm waiting until you guys sell it to the public.
ECM is fire. They're good proxies.
Thank you.
Do you guys see Footsight strictly being only raffles in the future? I honestly do not.
No way.
No, they're not gonna
Zero
sell out.
chance. They've
I'm
stopped
surprised
doing
that they never
in-store.
kept with the money that they make on gift cards, because they don't pay a Visa fee. I mean, they're not paying that like 2-3%. I'm surprised they didn't keep gift cards for longer.
That's true.
I don't know. I just hope gift card comes back. I literally have 60,000 sitting in gift cards.
Oh boy, man. Well, I mean, once you find a good band like a brick mid,
Yeah.
you could just spend that in one day.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
There is a lot of bulk buyers that I talk to who buy shoes that just sit, like Vapor Maxes and stuff like that. They'll just buy those when they sit full size runs. So you just got to find the right bulk buyer.
Rambling wants to know if you like him, Brandon.
Rambling, I'd say once he fixes the other modules in Akari, he'll be on my better side. Once Rambling fixes Target, Akari will be on top.
I think,
bro, people been asking me this: is Sushi running book ACO? No, I am not. Fuck you guys for asking that.
you know, the one thing I do like about Kari is like, they monitor everything back end. Like for like, I wish KSR does it too. Like if you just put in like cards and just start your task and like you don't have to change any SKUs. Like that's how lazy I am. And if Akari does that, like man, that'd be so nice. Like I feel like it would be so simple instead of waking up at 4 a.m. every day waiting for a Target restock. I know you would like something like that, huh, Jake?
Like what? Sorry.
Like how Akari does like back end monitoring for Amazon, they're gonna do it for Target too. So like you would never have to change your SKU ever. Like you just leave your task running 24/7.
Yeah, that type of monitoring for any site is awesome, especially like retail sites.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. He said he'll never fix it for you, Brandon. What do you guys? I don't think a lot of us do it here. What do you guys think of the EU community?
Red, what do you think?
I mean, in terms of what?
Like, in terms of what, like the bots or the sites?
I mean,
like the people.
First come, first served botting in the EU's trash. I don't think I've done it in like 6 months. raffle botting is a lot more viable, I think, over here, especially that when Foot Locker in-store is a thing, you could enter like capsules and just because you had to like accept the win. So on Foot Locker, you could enter like you say your name 600 times, and then you could accept one for like one store, and then you can do another store, and you can get like the Hyper Royals. I think I had like 10 friends signed all their names up, and I got 3 pairs under each friend, so that was like 30 pairs of 4 to 7 in the Hyper Royal ones.
Beautiful.
But then I think someone had a fight with the manager, and then they stopped doing in-store raffles. So that's how that went.
EU sounds like fun.
Really not.
I can't say much about it. They don't ship over here.
It's awful, man. Like I said,
You guys notice how both of us are in the EU and we're going to the US to fucking run? Yeah, it's fucking stupid, man.
I used to run Foot Locker though. I used to run Foot Locker EU before, but I haven't ran it in a while.
Yeah, Jordan 1 Court Purples like 2 years ago now. That was the last. Like every drop before then, you could run, it'd be fine, and then after that, it's become so 50-50 if the drop be good or not, or bypasses whether it will hit or not. It's trash.
Yeah.
I mean, Justin, you ran Foot Locker EU for a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a waste of 3 hours of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Botting you is so bad.
Yeah. I don't know.
Bad.
I think raffle botting in the EU is a lot better than it is in the US, though.
Yeah.
You can definitely do it.
But Jay, you did well on the Poochie thing, right? That's pretty much like a EU.
Okay, that was good. Off White and Poochie, that was good.
Yeah, I mean, so we've got that.
All right. Any more questions? I don't want to take up too much time. It's almost been 2 hours. 2 hours is a long time. A lot of talking.
Easy day tomorrow too.
Yeah, easy day tomorrow. So everybody got to set up. Have you guys set up for UC Day, or are you guys about to do that after this?
It's 2 a.m. bro. I have to set up.
I'll wait till like 2 a.m.
It's 2 a.m. for me.
I probably won't set up until like 5 hours from now, honestly.
I'm gonna set up, or I've been setting up during the whole thing.
I got CSCs ready, and then the servers and that I'll just do a few hours for the drop.
I guess this is a random question. Most expensive shoe you are wearing?
Oh fuck me! This is bad for me.
Travis Scott SBs for me probably.
What do you got, Sushi? You got to show your most expensive shoe? Oh, damn, rich.
Damn.
Yeah, someone is rich in here.
Oh, buy your paying.
Man, that's how you can afford, Dragon for 20K.
I mean, it's one of them, but
I'm not too big of a shoe guy. I just like the Ultra Boost, and I still wear Yeezys once in a while. Since I've been around for a while, I have like the Oreos. I have like Beluga 2.0, some of the older ones, blue tints. So, I wear those once in a while, but my main go-to shoe is probably Ultra Boost.
I've been wearing my Yeezy slides every day.
Yeezy slides and Yeezy
I got like nice shoes, I just wear my slides.
I know Jill got, a handful of, 4-figure shoes in her, closet somewhere.
I regret wearing all my shoes. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't even wear them anymore. I just wear Crocs.
Croc gang for sure.
Yep. Well,
you want some Justin Bieber Crocs? I have like 50 pairs of them.
I still have like 50 pairs too.
I just found. I'm happy to know that you can bulk ship those to StockX, so I might just dump them.
Yep. Well, you guys got any more questions before we end this, podcast stream, whatever I want to call it, and I have this uploaded to YouTube for all the people that missed it. What do you guys think of the content? Do you think this should be done more often, or like once a month type of deal, or you guys like this kind of setup?
Yeah,
I think it was good.
I mean, yeah.
Just don't
Being
do
honest
it
is
before
enjoyable.
Yeezy Day, please.
Yeah, I did. That was my
You
fault.
do
That
it
was-
before Footsite drop.
yeah, that was my fault. Like I chose. I wasn't thinking. Like I was like, I just chose a day, and I was like, and I just realized it was you. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the schedule. That was my fault. I would definitely
I
choose.
can't
Like,
lie. Me too. I didn't know it was gonna be Easy Day the next day.
I did not know it was usually the next day, but next time I would definitely choose a a day after like a Footsite release, or like a week that's like kind of dead.
After the drop, not before.
Someone was asking, are you guys looking for a specific shoe tomorrow for Yeezy Day?
Foams.
Slides, high stock 350. That's probably
Whatever I can check out.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I'm just a webhook warrior. I'm a webhook warrior.
Webhook warrior.
Sushi, you gotta get 1K boots.
Hey, if it's webhooks, I don't care. I don't care.
Run for cook.
Do they actually give like the 30-day trial people like a real key if you cook like crazy? Like that? I feel like they say that, but I don't really understand. I don't know if they actually do.
For what?
For like Trickle and like Noble, all those like 30-day keys.
Well, from I heard for Noble, like if you hit a fat clip on certain things, like they will give you a renewal key. From what I was told.
Yeah.
But you don't have one? Okay.
I don't. I haven't hit a fat clip.
Okay, yeah, I'm like shit.
So did you get one upgraded?
But,
So I don't think
God.
I might have to get a couple more renewal monthly keys before I can hit a fat. I haven't been doing too well on foot sites. Like my performance has been like kind of down the drain, so I need to reevaluate like my foot site, use side botting and all that stuff. But I just have I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but like I just hope it gets fixed. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it's proxies, maybe it's Gmails, maybe it's profiles. We'll see. But yeah, I hope I get a Noble, monthly. That's the goal.
Yeah, that's the plan, right?
Yeah. But like I kind of enjoy retail botting at the moment. Less stress. Way less stress, but yeah.
That and it's really easy to move like PlayStation.
So we're gonna go ahead and end this podcast. You guys have any final words? Shout outs to your guys' companies or anything, or any promotion codes you guys would like to give out?
If you want to save 40% off any proxies, use code Yeezy Supply at checkout on OculusProxies.com.
I got
till the end of the
nothing
night.
to plug. I got nothing.
What was the promo code again?
Sushi for bulk ACO.
What was
I
that
do not
promo
run
code
books
again?
ACO.
Yeezy Supply for 40% off.
Yeah, if you guys want Oculus proxies, Yeezy Supply 40% off. That's the code.
I'd say our newer pools, the performance pool, we just dropped that this week. That's probably one of your better pools to choose to try to hit this weekend. Or tomorrow's not the weekend. For tomorrow, for Monday.
Yo, chat's still waiting for your copy and paste, Frankie.
I'm trying to find out where the chat is. Where are we at?
I just sent to me in the somewhere, and I'll post it.
I got you.
All right. Listen, if you guys want to join Flourish's Facebook group, is right here in chat. Anybody else got anything to plug? AYCD.
AYCD. You need it to buy. Well, you need it.
Toolbox.
I gotta admit, you do need AYCD.
Yeah.
AYCD
I
Pro,
remember
you
when
get free toolbox.
I remember when
So everyone
and
is fucking
also-
DM me if I'm running bulk tomorrow.
Yeah, everybody DM Sushi if you want to run bulk tomorrow.
Free slots.
Buy a
I'm
Kari.
blocking it.
Like, don't sleep on it.
Buy a Kari.
That's probably
You'll make your money back in a week or two. Buy a Kari.
I honestly-
Amazon store card 5% off.
I'll test that out. I got 1 week to make my money back.
Jake, what's the AYCD promo code?
Check your cook group. We have partnerships with almost like every cook group. They should have a channel. And if your cook group doesn't have a partnership, tell them to DM me. I will set one up.
Or just join AYCD Pro. Get it for free.
That too.
Buy Taro
Restocking
proxies.
this week.
AYCD Pro restocking this
Nice.
week.
You get AYCD for free with Pro?
Yeah, you get Toolbox and Autosolve and biggest discount on proxies and yeah.
You know what? That in itself is kind of worth it. Almost, you know.
Yeah.
By the
and
way,
the group's
guys,
good.
before we leave, just a reminder that fucking Yeezy Supply is pushed up to 7 a.m. EST.
Yes, it's earlier today.
Too early.
Yep, it's earlier.
Is earlier? It's not at
4
4.
a.m. for PST. 5 a.m. is Adidas. Yeah, so stay up if you're PST.
You know, and also, you know, if you guys need a cook group, you know, there's multiple cook groups out there. You know, we have Mommy's Kitchen, AYCD, Solus, KJ, Toru, FNF. What other ones you guys want me to sell out?
Notify.
Notify.
That's where I'm running ACO at the moment, anyway.
If you want ACO by Fred, GFNF, you know.
They the goats.
Casual FNF once it opens up for the public.
No. Casual is like nothing compared to all the other cook groups.
She said that's the only way you can get DCM proxies, so make sure to DM her.
Brendan, what are you doing with all them games?
With all them what?
With all the games and Call of Duties.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I see a picture here. Is it not yours in the chat? It says Brendan.
Oh, that was my that was me buying my games at Target before I got fired.
Oh, okay.
Just reselling games. Made a lot of money selling that stuff.
All right.
Gotcha.
Well, thank you everybody for coming, and thank you for everybody tuning in. Hopefully, we can do you know, a little bit more of this once a month, you know, or try to get a new group of people. But if you guys like everybody here, you know, just let me know. You know, I love having, you know, meeting new people. Most of these people I've never met or seen before, and like I enjoy talking to them, and I'm pretty sure you guys enjoy listening to them too. Oh, you can't. Yeah, of course you guys can't get into these groups. Like you're gonna have to.
Wait.
You're gonna wait for them restock. AYCD
you
Pro.
Next week.
AYCD Pro will be restocking this week, so you know that's one way to-
Thursday.
Thursday.
I don't know what time yet, but Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. But
Thursday.
Yeah, we're still waiting for the NSB Blue task keywords. Look at chat.
Yeah.
Plus Easy plus Bogo.
Yeah. Yeah, Frankie, how's
plus candle. Plus candle.
Yeah. Yeah, but I will post the, you know, the blue task that Frankie uses. He might remove a couple keywords because he might have some like product in there he doesn't want you guys to get.
No, I was trying to type in the chat, but I guess I didn't sign in, so it wouldn't let me, but I got you.
All right. Yeah, just post it in the server and I'll post it. But yeah, thank you everybody. Have a wonderful Sunday and good luck tomorrow.
All right, y'all
Good
have a
luck,
good
everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Guys. Take care, guys. Have a good night.
See ya.